I came to Chicago with $40 in my pocket. My son is now 12. I'm still married and I love my wife dearly. We had to make a living. I was younger than I am now and thought I needed more. I didn't believe in prohibiting people from getting the things they wanted. I thought prohibition was an unjust law, and I still do.
You're also known as Duck Corella.
I refuse to answer on the grounds of main intent to
You
criminate.
got any business?
I refuse to answer on the grounds of intent to criminate.
You have any profession?
I refuse to answer on the grounds of main
You
intent
have
to
any
criminate.
occupation?
I refuse to answer on the grounds of main intent
Are
to
you a
criminate.
known racketeer?
I refuse to answer on the grounds of main intent to criminate me.
Dillinger killed by federal agents commanded by Inspector Samuel Cowley, assisted by East Chicago, Indiana police.
Gangster era starts. Public enemies bring a reign of terror and baffle police. Al Capone goes to jail. Federal government strikes its first killing blow at the underworld by convicting public enemy number one on income tax fraud. But although his long career of crime has stopped, there are plenty of others to take his place.
Sam Momo Giancana, the Chicago crime syndicate chief, has been shot to death. Federal, state, and local law enforcement authorities say the killing late last night looks like an underworld execution.
Are you also known as a racketeer and gangster?
I respectfully decline to answer because I honestly believe my answer might tend to incriminate me.
90 years ago today, a notorious date in Chicago history, the St. Valentine's Day Massacre. 7 people were murdered in the Lincoln Park neighborhood. Gangster Al Capone was in Florida that day and never charged, but many believe he was the mastermind behind the killings. The victims included 5 members of a rival gang, the 2 others were their friends.
The history of the city of Chicago is obviously closely tied in with gangsters, mobsters, and organized crime. So let's talk about it. The rise of the Chicago outfit, or one of the major organized crime families in Chicago, marks a significant chapter in American organized crime history. Born in Calabria, Italy in 1878, James Big Jim Colosimo immigrated to Chicago in the late 19th century. Initially working as a bartender, Jim quickly recognized the profitability of Chicago's vice industries, including gambling, prostitution, and bootlegging. Leveraging his connections within the Italian-American community and forging alliances with politicians and law enforcement, Colosimo rose through the ranks, establishing himself as a prominent figure in Chicago's criminal underworld by the early 1900s. Colosimo's empire expanded rapidly, encompassing brothels, speakeasies, and gambling dens across Chicago. His keen business sense, coupled with his ability to navigate the city's political landscape, allowed him to amass considerable wealth and influence. Colosimo's operations provided a blueprint for future criminal enterprises, setting the stage for the emergence of the notorious Chicago outfit. The onset of Prohibition in 1920 presented a golden opportunity for organized crime to flourish. With the sale and distribution of alcohol prohibited, bootlegging, or selling illegal alcohol, became a lucrative enterprise, and Colosimo was quick to capitalize on this new market. However, his reluctance to fully embrace the bootlegging trade would ultimately lead to his downfall. In May of 1920, Big Jim Colosimo was gunned down and murdered in his own cafe, allegedly at the behest of his second wife, Dale Winter. Speculation abounded regarding the motive behind the assassination, with theories ranging from Colosimo's refusal to fully commit to bootlegging to his marital issues. Regardless of the motive, though, Colosimo's death paved the way for a new era in Chicago's criminal underworld. Now, with Colosimo out of the picture, control of the Chicago outfit fell into the hands of Al Capone, a ruthless and ambitious gangster. Al wasted no time in consolidating his power, using violence, murder, and intimidation to eliminate rivals and expand the outfit's operations. Under Al's leadership, the outfit became synonymous with organized crime in America, dominating the bootlegging trade and exerting influence over politics and law enforcement. The early years of Al Capone's reign were marked by intense and bloody violence, as rival gangs vied for control of Chicago's lucrative bootlegging territories.
So if we're going to explore the bloody history of mobs here in Chicago, Illinois, we have to make a stop by this place, a location that's supposedly haunted according to ghost tours that run in this city, the Holy Name Cathedral Catholic Church here in downtown Chicago. So as the story goes, the Northside Irish gang that was warring with Al Capone's Chicago outfit used to have their headquarters right across the street from here at a flower shop. The guy who actually ran that flower shop was one of the leaders of the North Irish gang. His name was Dean O'Banion. He was a really good person in his community. People absolutely loved him, but he had a dark side where he was ordering hits, having people murdered. That flower shop was across the street right here, And Dean, in 1924, was actually murdered himself right out front of the flower shop. So right over there is where Dean was killed, leader of the gang. But after Dean was murdered, a man named Jaime Weiss took over his position of control. Jaime was a traditional Chicago gangster, but he was in, like I said, hot competition with Capone and his outfit. So on October 11th, 1926, we're led to this location. On that day, Al Capone's men sat in a boarding house across the street. They loaded up their machine guns, and when they saw Jaime Weiss, the leader of the North Irish gang, exit his vehicle, they opened fire. And over here, this is where you can still see remnants of this crime. Now, people have said this is a bullet hole right here. People stick their finger in here after they get married. It's not confirmed to be a bullet hole. A lot of people think that it was something that was drilled in. There's no explanation. But the bullet holes are down here. There are markings over here that are actually from the Tommy gun fire. Now, that hail of bullets would end up killing Jaime. He actually was shot 10 times. He was spewing blood everywhere. He stumbled out into the street right here and he died. People have said they've seen his ghost around here. They've heard phantom gunfire in the middle of the night. But it's interesting because in a city like Chicago, where everything is so nice and modernized and clean, I mean, there's a Whole Foods right here. There's murder everywhere. There's elements of mob violence and dark history scattered throughout the city. But I just wanted to show you guys this because I think it's an interesting part of Chicago, you know?
A crucial part of mob history.
You go shop at Whole Foods, you walk out, you'd have no idea that one of the mob leaders was murdered right there and another one was murdered right here in front of this church. You can still see the bullet holes today.
Bad corner to be on.
Not a good corner for the North Irish gang. All right.
The resulting conflict, known as the Beer Wars, claimed numerous lives and brought widespread chaos to the city's streets. However, Al Capone and his Chicago outfit emerged victorious after they eliminated their rivals and consolidated the outfit's control over the entire bootlegging trade. One of the most notorious events of Capone's reign, however, was the St. Valentine's Day Massacre of 1929. On February 14th, 7 members of rival gangster Bugs Moran's organization were brutally murdered in a garage on Chicago's north side. While Al Capone to this day is widely suspected of orchestrating the massacre, he managed to completely evade prosecution, further cementing his reputation as untouchable. It should be noted that those 7 murders still remain unsolved to this very day. But despite his iron grip on Chicago's underworld, Al Capone's reign of terror came to an end in 1931. Following an extensive investigation by federal authorities, Al Capone was indicted on charges of tax evasion and sentenced to prison. His incarceration marked the beginning of the end for the Chicago outfit's dominance, as internal power struggles and external pressures began to take their toll. And ultimately, with Al Capone behind bars, leadership of the Chicago outfit passed to figures like Frank Nitti and Paul Riccia. While these successors sought to maintain the outfit's influence, they faced significant challenges from law enforcement and rival gangs that were growing stronger by the day. The outfit's operations diversified, encompassing gambling, labor racketeering, and other illicit activities, but its prominence began to wane in the face of changing societal attitudes and law enforcement crackdowns. But despite its internal challenges, the Chicago outfit continued to exert influence beyond the city limits. Through strategic alliances with other criminal organizations and corrupt officials and politicians, the outfit expanded its operations into neighboring cities and states, including setting up shop in Las Vegas and Hollywood. Its involvement in labor unions, political corruption, and legitimate businesses further enriched its members and ensured a steady stream of revenue. By the 1950s, the Chicago outfit came under renewed scrutiny with the advent of congressional investigations led by Senator Estes Kefauver. The televised hearings exposed the inner workings of organized crime to the American public, painting a damning portrait of corruption, bloodshed, and violence. While the hearings failed to bring about any immediate change, they increased public awareness of organized crime and paved the way for future law enforcement efforts. Throughout the latter half of the 20th century, the Chicago outfit faced internal strife and power struggles as various factions vied for control. Rivalries between different factions within the Chicago outfit often erupted into violence, resulting in numerous murders and destabilizing the entire organization. Despite these challenges, though, the outfit remained a formidable force in Chicago's criminal underworld, adapting to changing circumstances and maintaining its influence. The legacy of the Chicago outfit is deeply ingrained in the fabric of Chicago's history and culture. From the speakeasies of Prohibition to the glittering casinos of Las Vegas, the outfit's influence has left an indelible mark on American society. While its methods may have been ruthless and its actions reprehensible, there's absolutely no denying the impact that the Chicago outfit has had on the course of history.
So if we're going to talk about the mob history of Chicago, we couldn't do it without stopping by the home right behind us. The brick home that you see right behind me was once owned and lived in by a man named Sam Giancana. So Sam was the most powerful man in the entire Chicago area when you talk about the mafia. He started off his mob career working for Al Capone. He carried out a number of hits. He ordered hits. He was Al Capone's driver, involved heavily in the syndicate, and in the 50s, he actually rose up through the ranks and became the leader. Now, Sam has been connected to hundreds of different murders over the years, but he was never actually convicted of any of them. It's actually a fact that before he was 20 years old, he was already suspected of 3 murders, which is a pretty impressive speed run through crime. But Sam would get mixed up in a lot of different stuff. It's pretty interesting if you take a look at his whole life story. In the 1970s, after being involved with the crime for years, taking a step away from crime, something interesting about this is that the CIA actually got involved with Sam, and Sam Giancana was involved in a CIA plot to murder Fidel Castro. Now, the CIA had actually asked Sam, allegedly, to murder Fidel Castro, which I think is crazy. All of this came to a head when in the 70s, Sam was gonna testify in front of Congress. He had been called on to give testimony on things he had seen, especially dealing with the CIA, and his powerful friends figured they couldn't let him do that. So right here in this home that Sam lived in, he was cooking sausage late one night at about 10:40 in the evening when somebody came into his house with a silenced weapon and shot him 6 times to death in his basement.
Various authorities, federal and local, today were investigating the murder of Sam Giancana, an alleged mafia type with long connections with the underworld. He was shot to death last night in the basement of his Oak Park, Illinois home, shot 6 times with a .22 caliber weapon which may have had a silencer. Giancana had been connected to reported CIA plots to kill Fidel Castro, but there's no indication that his death had anything to do with that. Yet, the method of the crime and the small caliber bullets used don't fit the usual gangland pattern, so there are questions. Here's more from Mike Jackson in Oak Park.
Sam Giancana was a grade school dropout who became Chicago's #1 underworld figure, working his way to the top with a reputation as a hitman. His business, he once told his draft board, was stealing. Later, he said the syndicate never did anything more illegitimate than most businessmen do. Giancana enjoyed the good life. Some of his best friends were in show business, and he kept the company of singer Phyllis McGuire. He spent a year in jail in the mid-60s for refusing to answer questions before a federal grand jury. Later, he slipped away to Mexico, where he invested in gambling operations. Giancana returned to the United States almost a year ago. He came back to live quietly in his home in Oak Park, a suburb west of Chicago. He died violently in the basement, dressed in sport clothes, cooking sausage and spinach.
We pretty much assumed that it wasn't a traditional gangland hit or something he was doing, because since he's been back in the United States since July of 1974, he's kept a very low profile. He's almost, in fact, been a tourist here.
In the last year, Peter Vira arranged for Giancana to testify before a grand jury in Chicago investigating syndicate crime.
It looks like it was something personal, something he had done to someone they were going to retaliate for him. We have no indication it was for any thing that he had done that would hurt the criminal syndicate.
The head of the FBI's organized crime squad in Chicago says Giancana was killed because he had fallen from favor with his one-time associates. Not yet established is whether Giancana played a role in a reported Central Intelligence Agency plot in 1961 to assassinate Fidel Castro. Mike Jackson, NBC News, Chicago.
Now, the murder to this day is still unsolved. Nobody knows who carried out this killing. There's tons of theories on who may have murdered Sam, why they would have wanted to murder Sam, but yeah, it's still unsolved, and it's really interesting. I mean, if walls could talk, this place would tell a pretty crazy story.
Even thinking about just like past the murder that happened here, just the conversations that have been had inside of the walls of this house right here. You can only imagine, I mean, what went on in there, the things that were planned out. I mean, there's so much stuff.
I always wonder, did the people who purchased this house know about the history before they bought it? Did they report paranormal activity? Be curious to ask.
It's very interesting.
Sam Giancana.
We're on the trail of mobs and murder here in Chicago. And literally the story wouldn't be complete without the story of what happened in this very house right behind me. So I had actually never even heard of this until we got here this week. But this is the former home of a guy that was associated with the Chicago mob outfit, Sam DeStefano, or Mad Sam. Mad Sam was actually nicknamed by the FBI as being the most vicious torture murderer in the history of the United States. Now, Mad Sam, who lived right here, he worked really closely with the Chicago outfit, Al Capone's branch of the Chicago mob, but he was actually never a made man, which means they never accepted him into the mafia. That's because he was so brutal, so unhinged. They knew they could use him to get information and frighten their enemies, but they looked at him as kind of a liability. So Mad Sam was crazy. He was actually so brutally violent that people in the mob thought he was a devil worshiper, and later on people would testify and say that they found satanic altars, skulls, ritualistic things in the basement of Sam's house, like he was actually worshiping the devil. Sam liked to torture people, like I said before, so he was a loan shark, and it was reported that Sam would actually loan money to people that he knew wouldn't be able to pay him back just so he would be able to torture them. That's why in this house right behind me where Sam lived, he actually constructed a soundproof torture chamber. So Sam murdered a number of people inside of this house, and he liked to use ice picks and drills. He would stab people multiple times in the back, the groin, the legs with this ice pick, in the ears, sometimes causing them to bleed out, other times allowing them to suffer for extended periods of time. He would also drill holes in people's skull with drills. I mean, he was absolutely brutal. It's also known that Sam actually carried out a hit on his own blood brother. He was ordered to murder his brother. He said, okay. He picked his brother up from a casino and shot him 5 times in the head before dumping his body. One of the more infamous things that happened was there was a loan shark who worked for the outfit who fled Chicago with $25,000 he had extorted from somebody. Sam and his enforcers went to Wisconsin, tracked that guy down, and chained him to a radiator in the back of a restaurant for 3 days, completely naked. He was covered in severe burns. And on the 3rd day of this torture, after Sam had been beating him, stabbing him, burning him, Sam invited the man's entire family to a nice banquet dinner. The family actually showed up. Sam served them really nice food, but at the very end of the dinner, Sam brought out their burned family member who was covered in 3rd-degree burns, and he then at gunpoint ordered all of the man's members of his own family to urinate on him, which is insane, and that actually happened. They actually urinated on their loved one. Also, when the FBI would come interrogate Sam and his wife here at their home, they would serve the FBI agents coffee. Later on, the FBI agents found out that Sam had been peeing in the coffee pot before serving it to them. And I mean, this dude was just wacko. He was so, like I said, so crazy and unhinged. The FBI considered him to be the worst torture murderer in America, and the Chicago outfit wouldn't even bring him into the organization because he was so crazy. So on April 14th, 1973, Sam was on trial with his brother and 2 other members of the Chicago outfit for a murder that they all took part in. Sam showed up to the courtroom though, acting absolutely crazy. He was pushed into the courtroom on a stretcher. He only spoke to the judge through a bullhorn. He was wearing pajamas. And the members of the Chicago outfit, the mob, knew that Sam was going to be a liability and they'd probably all go down for this murder if he was allowed to testify. So these members, his own friends, told Sam they had some information about something they needed to come tell him. They met him in his garage right there, and that's where they blew him away with a shotgun. His body was completely ripped apart. It was a really bloody, gruesome scene. He was murdered by the people that he worked for so long, but
his arm was shot off.
Oh yeah, his arm was completely gone. It was blown off by that gunfire. And it's so interesting. I mean, seriously, this is a really unassuming neighborhood, like super just like normal.
Unassuming house.
Unassuming house, yeah. And then you think there's an actual soundproof torture chamber where even the FBI said they have no idea how many people this guy actually killed. And he was worshiping the devil in there, and he was murdered in there.
And there's a person that he killed in his basement here that after he was done killing him, he actually got his body and dumped him in a storm drain about 3 blocks away from here. And it wasn't until the storm drain clogged and they went to clear it out where they found the frozen body of the person he had killed.
That's creepy.
I mean, that's wild.
Throw him in the sewer.
Seriously.
Touch me, but don't touch my brother. I don't like it when you touch my brother. Don't look cross-eyed at my brother. Then I became what they call a raving maniac. Do I make myself clear? Abuse me, do what you want, slap me in the face, and I won't say nothing. But don't you pick on my family.
I think this place has a totally interesting recipe for a haunting. Not only do you have victims that were brutally tortured and murdered inside of the home, but you also have the ghost of the torturer who was worshiping the devil and murdering people. I mean, this guy was a serial killer. There's no other way to cut it. But it's just another footnote in the history of the Chicago mob. Tons of stories like this here. Tons. You could spend weeks going to all these places.
I'd love to ask the people who live here if they ever experienced anything weird. I mean, that's the garage he was killed in. Obviously, they use their basement here, and so many people were tortured and killed in there. I mean, who knows what happens in this house?
You'd imagine they'd have to have something.
100%.
Because that dude was evil.
But you'd never expect.
No. Seems like a really nice little house.
I guess that's what you want.
Yeah, right.
When you're torturing people.
Yeah, you don't really want to put like torture chamber right in here. It's on top of the house.
I guess that's true.
FBI search right here.
I think it's crazy though that he even like murdered his own brother. They said his mouth would foam too of the thought about wanting to torture someone.
Yeah.
Like rabid.
That's crazy.
Like he was a rabid person, like loved, like the only reason he got into loan sharking and mafia work was so he had the opportunity to kill people.
And not only kill, torture. Brutal.
Yeah. I mean, the mafia was even saying that the only reason that they let him work with them was because of the amount of money that he was bringing in, because people knew his reputation.
Well, I would definitely not be missing a payment from old man Sam.
Not a bit. You even told me that he used to give out people watches. So the FBI would get thrown off. They'd come ask him, like, hey, did you kill this person? And he'd be like, no, why would I do that? I was a good friend of mine. Look, I gave him a watch.
His name would be engraved on the watch.
I'm like, that's just
That's
crazy.
some mind game shit. I mean, he was good at what he did for a while.
100%.
Never officially convicted.
So in investigating the city of Chicago for gangster ghosts, there was one place that we knew we had to check out, and that would be the Congress Plaza Hotel right in downtown Chicago. The Congress Plaza Hotel holds a significant place in the annals of American history. Beyond its architectural grandeur and cultural significance, the hotel has also been linked to the infamous Chicago outfit, particularly during the reign of Mr. Al Capone. To understand the connection between Capone and the Congress Plaza Hotel, it's essential to examine the context of Capone's ascent to power and the establishment of the Chicago outfit. So, like we covered before, after the demise of Big Jim Colosimo in 1920, Al Capone emerged as the undisputed leader of the Chicago outfit, leveraging his ruthlessness and strategic brilliance to dominate Chicago's criminal underground. Under his reign, the Chicago outfit expanded its influence into various illicit activities like bootlegging, gambling, and extortion. But now let's talk about the hotel. Opened in 1893 as a part of the World's Columbian Exposition, the Congress Plaza Hotel quickly became a symbol of luxury and sophistication in Chicago. Its prime location overlooking Grant Park in Lake Michigan made it a favored destination for politicians, celebrities, and affluent travelers. Over the years, the hotel hosted numerous prestigious events, including presidential inaugurations, international conferences, presidential news conferences, and lavish galas, cementing its reputation as one of Chicago's premier hotels. But now back to Capone. As Al Capone's power grew, so too did his influence over Chicago's hospitality industry. Hotels, restaurants, and nightclubs became key fronts for the outfit's operations, serving as venues for illegal gambling, alcohol distribution, and other, more disturbing activities. Al Capone and his associates wielded significant influence over hotel owners and managers, using intimidation and bribery to ensure their compliance with outfit demands. The Congress Plaza Hotel, with its extremely opulent setting and central location, allegedly proved to be an ideal setting for such endeavors. Now, concrete evidence linking Al Capone directly to the Congress Plaza Hotel is sparse, but historical accounts, testimony, and anecdotal evidence suggest a very close relationship between the outfit and the hotel. You see, the hotel's proximity to Al Capone's headquarters at the Lexington Hotel and its reputation as a gathering place for Chicago's elite made it a natural target for outfit operations. Rumors of backroom deals, clandestine meetings, illegal gambling, murders in kill rooms, and other illicit activities abound, fueling speculation about the hotel's role in Capone's criminal empire. Now, during Prohibition, the Congress Plaza Hotel, like many establishments in Chicago, became a hotspot for bootlegging and illegal alcohol consumption. Al Capone's control over the city's liquor trade enabled him to supply alcohol to hotels, restaurants, and speakeasies throughout Chicago, including the Congress Plaza Hotel. The hotel's lavish ballrooms and private suites provided the perfect setting for extravagant, illegal parties and clandestine gatherings, attracting both high-profile clientele and underworld figures alike. The ties between the outfit and the hotel extend beyond illicit activities to include corruption of law enforcement and political figures. Al Capone and his associates allegedly maintained relationships with Congress Plaza Hotel staff and management in order to ensure that outfit operations remained undetected and unimpeded. Bribery, extortion, and coercion were common tactics used to silence potential informants and thwart law enforcement efforts to crack down on organized crime. However, following Al Capone's imprisonment for tax evasion in 1931, the heyday of the Chicago outfit began to wane, and with it, the influence of organized crime over the city's hospitality industry. The Congress Plaza Hotel, however, endured, retaining its status as a symbol of Chicago's rich history and architectural heritage. While rumors of its connection to Capone and the outfit persist to this day, the hotel continues to attract visitors from around the world, offering a glimpse into Chicago's storied past. But we can't talk about the Congress Plaza Hotel without talking about the dark side of the building. And when I tell you there have been a lot of deaths inside of this hotel, you're not ready for what we're about to talk about. In 1900, Captain Louis Ostine was staying at the hotel the night before his wedding. Louis had served in the 1st United States Artillery during the Spanish-American War, and as a veteran, sadly, he suffered from PTSD. This came in the form of night terrors and other terrible symptoms. On the night of his death, while staying at the hotel, Louis awoke from a particularly brutal PTSD episode, and in his daze reached for his gun. Putting the barrel to his head, he pulled the trigger. When management found him dead in his room later on, they found 2 wedding rings sitting by his side. Ever since, Captain Lou's spirit has been seen in many areas of the hotel, appearing as a shadowy figure that glides through the halls, following guests and staff. People speculate that Captain Lou may still be searching for the woman who he'd planned to marry, using those 2 wedding rings. In 1939, a 43-year-old Jewish woman named Adele Langer came to the hotel with her 2 sons, 6-year-old Carl and 4-year-old Jan. They'd come to America fleeing Nazi-occupied Czechoslovakia, and traveled to Chicago to be near a couple of Langer's aunts. Adele and her sons were waiting for Carl Jr., the boy's father, to join them, but after a few days, he still hadn't shown up. Days turned to weeks, and as Adele Langer waited for her husband to show up, she became more and more distraught. She also hadn't been able to find any work and was struggling to make ends meet. All of that, plus the stress of having to leave her home country so suddenly, eventually just overwhelmed Adele and drove her insane. One day, after taking the boys to the Lincoln Park Zoo, Adele opened the window of their room on the top floor of the hotel with a mission. First, she picked up 6-year-old Carl and threw him out the window, where he fell 12 stories to his death. She then did the same with 4-year-old Jan. Then afterwards, she leaped to her own death immediately after. Now, interestingly, even though all 3 victims' bodies were found on the sidewalk outside of the hotel, 6-year-old Carl's body somehow never made it to the city morgue. It seems like it just disappeared. And all this leads to the story of the little boy ghost, who's seen in worn-out clothes running around the hallways of the 12th floor, the top floor, the floor where we stayed. In fact, this young boy's specter is one of the most famous spirits in the Congress Plaza Hotel. And now quickly, let's touch on a few of the other deaths. 1904, an elevator operator fell 70 feet to the bottom of the elevator shaft, dying immediately and brutally on impact. 4 years later, a near-broke spendthrift named Roy Gormley shot himself in his room after paying the orchestra in the hotel $500 to play George Handel's Dead March and buying drinks for all the musicians. In 1910, a man named James Kennedy checked in, went to his room, cut all the identification tags out of his clothes, burned all of his papers, and then shot himself. 6 years later, a mining investor named Morse Davis and his wife formed a pact to take their own lives in room 312. They both ingested 2 cyanide capsules, though Mrs. Davis ultimately survived and wound up committed to a psychiatric hospital. In the year 1920 in the hotel, a man died of alcohol poisoning from poorly made illegal moonshine. And 6 years after that, a woman named Harriet Harrison fell to her death down another empty elevator shaft, this time from 6 stories up. The year 1928, sloganeer G. Herb Palin, who coined the phrase, "safety first," died of a sudden heart attack in his room. Then, about 20 years later, a longtime resident of the hotel who had a wooden right leg was having breakfast in the hotel's restaurant when he also suffered a heart attack and died. To this day, people see a peg-legged ghost walking throughout the hotel. They think it's this man, who they've nicknamed Peg-Leg Johnny. In 1950, a man named John Raymond was in his room when he was approached by the hotel's credit manager, who approached him about a $104 debt. When the credit manager opened John's door, John shot him and killed him before turning the gun on himself and taking his own life as well in a murder. Around 16 years later, an attorney named Frederick Hay was found dead in his room in the hotel. He was butt naked, bound hand and foot with his own socks, and had been strangled to death with his own shirt. Sometime in the 1970s, a woman also slit her wrists in one of the hotel bathtubs. And at one point in the hotel's history, a taxi driver made a fatal leap out of an upper floor window. A salesman deliberately threw himself down an empty elevator shaft, and a troubled family man hung himself from a cupboard hook in his room. Now, after hearing all of that, it's no wonder that the hotel is haunted, right? Well, I think it's about time that we head to our rooms, and what you're about to see is truly going to blow your mind.
Is the mic on?
Yeah. Yeah, it's the elevator.
Okay, so guys, real quickly, we just checked in here at the Congress Plaza Hotel. This is the most haunted hotel in Chicago. Like we've already said, we just got our rooms. Bro, check out what I just opened my door and look at. I ran down the hall because of this. Check this creepy ass shit out.
What?
Yeah, dude. Isn't that fucking weird?
Just a single drawer open?
Like, dude, what the hell is that? I know it's so simple, but I don't think I've ever. Freaky, dude. This room is creepy.
Yeah, these curtains too. Oh, you got the little tiny windows. Damn, that's kind of nice though. To be able to open these up way more.
Isn't that fucking scary though?
Yeah. Like, dude, I think it's freaky that the manager of this place doesn't come up to this floor.
So, to put this into perspective, tonight we wanted to come here as a part of the Mafia ghost hunt. But when we got here and checked in just now, I asked the manager to put us in haunted rooms. She said the whole 12th floor is haunted because of the fact that a family took their lives by jumping from this floor from a window. But just looking in the hallways, it's already creepy. The manager told me downstairs she hasn't been up here in 2 years. She makes other employees come up because of an experience she had that she didn't even want to talk about. So she doesn't come up here. And in addition, we're the only people on the floor. The people who booked it told me that, yeah, I said, is there anyone else on the floor? Nope, you should be alone right now. There's no one up there. Check this out.
Well, if you look from my room's window,
there's no lights on any room on this whole floor. Really? So they really don't sell rooms on this floor.
Really?
Yeah.
Make them look. Not a single room. All the way around.
Let me turn off your light so you can see it. Bro, that's so trippy. Look at that, bro. All of the windows on this floor are pitch black, bro.
They literally do not sell rooms on this floor.
What the fuck, dude? That's so creepy. Dude, like, what? Bro, wait. That's the fucking hallway over there, bro. That's not even the rooms.
You sure?
Yeah, because look at it. All these are... Let's go walk down there. Dude, what the fuck is down there? Pitch blackness?
Just put on my shoes. I got my dog.
Yeah, here, I'm gonna put my bags in my room just to be safe.
You wanna check out the other room?
Yeah. Here you go. So our room right there is 1214. And my room is 1202. This is 1210. We haven't been in here. Whoa, what the f, bro? Yo, actually though, what? What the f, bro? I have full body chills right now, bro. What the actual f, Connor? Yo, okay, you guys can't really see this. Bro, we have not been in this fucking room yet. Do you see that? Bro, actually though, I have goosebumps. Like, all my hair's on end. Can you see that on camera? hold up before you touch it. So this chair, when we just walked in here, in my room, the drawer was open already. That freaked me out. And now this chair is tipped over. Like, what the fuck, dude? How does that fucking happen?
I don't know, these are fucking big chairs too.
Right by the window too. God damn, that's so eerie. This hotel is creepy.
Yeah.
I think immediately this might take the cake for creepiest hotel I've like ever stayed in. Let's go walk down that hall real quick. Anything weird in the bathroom?
Fucking corkscrew on the door? And bottle opener? Kinda cool. This is a very strange build. I mean, all of our rooms are completely different.
Honestly. Look at this shit. How fucking weird is this, bro? Hotel rooms just padlocked shut in this hallway.
And the stairs are too.
What's this? Oh, pipes. Dude, I mean, it's so weird, bro. Like, look at this shit. When have you ever seen doors in a hotel that don't have numbers? Like, they're actual hotel rooms. And this one has a number. And this one doesn't. And what the hell's this? Look at this, bro.
It's missing numbers too.
Seriously, there's a really...
1244, 1240. There's 1242.
And look at this brand new door.
This is my room.
Alright, well... Okay, guys, I'm just making a mental note of this. This is actually insane. So I've just been sitting here waiting for Connor so that we can investigate these rooms. I shit you not, guys. I know people are gonna say I'm making this up. I just noticed that the drawer is back open. It was just shut. Oh my god, bro. Oh my fucking god, dude. Oh my god, you guys just saw that. You guys just saw that. Oh, I just heard something. Hello? You guys just saw that entire thing on camera. Holy f***, that is absolutely mental that just happened on camera, bro. What the hell? I've only been sitting in here for like 15 minutes, guys. This is the haunted floor. Can you shut that drawer again? Okay, look, we're gonna test it out one more time. Okay, please keep it shut. Dude, that is so freaky. Okay, I'm gonna sit down. We're just taking a 10-minute break before we start investigating. I'll let you know if this thing opens up again. Yo, guys! Oh! Oh my god! Can you open that up all the way? Or shut it again? Look, I'm backed up backed up in the corner, pushed up here because I'm so freaked. I just heard a noise and looked up at the drawer. The top drawer is open now. I'm not, dude, what the fuck, bro? I have such chills. Oh my God. Oh my God, dude. The middle one was the one that opened before, and it's the top one, and the middle one is still shut on camera, dude. Oh my God, I have such goosebumps, dude. Like I said, we haven't even started filming. It's only been about 6-7 minutes since I filmed that last clip where that drawer opened. And this is the top drawer. Yo, this is actually insane. Can you shut that drawer or open it further? I just heard 2 taps in there. Thank you for doing that. Look, on camera. I'm gonna shut this. I'm gonna call Connor now and get him to start investigating in here with me because this is taking off immediately. Oh! There you go. Okay, Connor. I just got this stuff set up, y'all. Thank you. Connor's about to come over here. What the f***? Yo, what? Yo, first of all, that and my door, which I've been sitting in here for like an hour and a half, the door. Okay, now seriously, y'all, tell me, am I crazy? I feel like that chain shouldn't have been swinging. Like, be honest with me. I'm not trying to make anything paranormal, but I really feel like that chain should have been just sitting still, right? I haven't been in or out of this room for about an hour and 30 minutes. And the fact that this is open and I didn't even notice. God, that's so weird. Oh! Okay, that one. None of these. That one. Are you over there by the window? Dude, that's especially crazy considering that this is the floor where the mother threw her 2 children out of the window to their deaths and then jumped herself. I'm sorry, does having that by the window bring back bad memories? Or having the windows open, does that bring back bad memories to you? Oh, what the fuck? What the fuck? Bro! Thank you for that. Dude, this place is haunted. Not even kidding. Haven't even started investigating. This place is crazy haunted. Okay, I'm gonna text Connor, get him to come over so we can actually start. I mean, you can see all of this I've got set up. I've just been waiting for him to come over. That shit's crazy, dude. Okay, I just set my camera down. Both of those just went off over there. 50 years ago, it says on here. Are you over there by the bed? Oh my God! Oh, I'm trying not to scream. Oh my God, bro. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna try not to scream because I'm in the hotel. I don't know if there might be someone on this floor or not, but yo, what the hell, guys? Dude, right when I step closer to it, it starts going off. Do you not want me to come closer to you? What the hell? Dude, that is insane. I've never seen something like that.
It's literally when I step closer, it's like it's telling me to step away. Look, I'll show you in the mirror. Look. Okay, I'm backing up. Dude, can you possibly provide me with an answer for that? Because that's some really crazy shit, actually. Look. Guys, this is incredibly bizarre already. By the way, I changed shirts. I have my pink turtleneck on. Now I've got a Torture Museum shirt on. We just went to the Chicago Torture Museum this evening. Now I'm actually going to get Connor in here. I literally was just about to text him, and all that stuff started going off. I can't even put my camera down for a second in here. Okay, look. I'm going to put my camera down and keep recording. Text Connor just in case something happens. Oh. Dude, there you go again. There you go again. Oh, him right behind me, bro. Oh, that's Connor knocking on the door. Look, guys, it stopped.
You're screaming in the hallway. What's going on?
Bro, so many spikes just now, and look at this, bro. Oh, what? Bro, it stopped. That's crazy. What the hell? He's not gonna believe that when he sees that footage, huh? I was standing right here, and I was like, can I come closer? And I would walk closer and it would start spiking like crazy, and I'd step back, and then I kind of made my way around here, and then I got up close to it and it stopped, and then I got back and started doing it again. Now it's completely stopped. Okay, just making another clip, waiting. Connor's changing rooms right now. His room's too hot for him. This device just said, I'll open it, and it's right above the drawers. So now I'm wondering if they're gonna open it. Okay, one more clip. This same device said, unwanted child, I am annoyed. Now, this isn't exactly gangster related, but if you'll remember, the whole haunting story of this floor is that that mother threw her 2 children that she didn't want anymore out of the window on this floor and then jumped to her death. So maybe that's her talking about her child. Maybe that's the kid saying he feels unwanted. I don't know. Oh, bro, oh. Yo, what the fuck? Dude, that doesn't happen in like an hour, bro. Hello? Is that you? You said you'd open it, thank you. Oh.
Even worse. I'm going down the switch again. He's gonna put me down a couple floors.
God. Well, servant's room. Connor's having really bad luck in this hotel. He's been in 2 different rooms and they've both been swelteringly hot. And what's interesting about this place, first of all, I want to go back and rewind. That took me off track. That is crazy. That drawer. That's opened, what, 4 times on camera? 3 times on camera? I don't know exactly how many. Very, very strange. But, I don't know, Connor is just having bad luck. He can't seem to find a room that actually will fit him. It's too hot, it's really uncomfortable. I don't know, there's some weird energy affecting him here. And this place is definitely genuinely creepy. I can't believe I'm sleeping in here, okay? So, I'm sorry I keep filming all these little clips. Connor's just taking forever. Okay, that just started spiking. And look at what this device said. I dropped it. Do you think that's talking about the child?
Like, I dropped the kid. I don't know, but it's freaky. This is all just freaking me out. Okay, guys, so we're upstairs. We're upstairs right now in the Congress Plaza Hotel. This hotel has a crazy, interesting history. This building was the hangout of Al Capone, so he ran a lot of the mob and conducted mafia business here inside of this building in tons of different rooms. He was a known figure that frequented this hotel. There are rumors that he may have had people killed in here. There are rumors there may have been a kill room inside of this hotel that they don't know where it was or how many people were killed. But I was reading an article just now, and one of the former managers, people associated with the hotel, stated that there were so many people that took their life inside of this hotel over the years that they literally couldn't keep track of all of them and couldn't keep count of them. There's lots of death in this hotel. And in fact, this hotel has been ranked by a bunch of different magazines and news sources, online journals and websites as being not one of the most, but the most haunted building in all of Illinois. The Congress Plaza Hotel. Just go look it up. So yeah, we're going to try and talk to Al Capone.
It's time to talk.
Yeah, on this floor is where the mom threw her 2 kids to their deaths, then jumped out the window. And also the last piece of extremely macabre history is that H.H. Holmes, one of the first serial killers in American history, the guy who terrorized the people of Chicago and built a murder castle here in town, he used to prowl and hunt for victims in the lobby of this hotel. So, one of America's first and most really disturbed serial killers who built a murder castle was hunting people in the lobby here. So, a lot of strange history, but we've picked up a lot of activity already. Let's just ask some questions. All right, to introduce ourselves... To introduce ourselves right now, my name's Colin.
My name's Connor.
We want to speak to Al Capone or any of the mobsters associated with the Chicago outfit. All right, so it seems like you might be a mobster.
Star.
Can you ring this bell if you were a member of the Chicago outfit? Woman and Evelyn. There's some noise out in the hall.
Living.
Is there a woman here? Serious. So, I'm just gonna ask.
The graves.
Is this the woman who threw her children from the window? Olympics Stadium?
Ryan.
Ryan. Is this the woman who... Chief. You're the woman who threw her children? Regret.
We're here.
Who's here?
By the window?
Dude, that was crazy how that one went off and then all of them went off. Between. Dude, this bell's going crazy actually. It's set on a very low sensitivity.
Quiet.
What's that say?
Quiet and clearing up. Okay, I feel genuine.
No, leave us.
Dude, quiet. Leave us. I can't leave you, unfortunately, because I'm staying in this room tonight. Remy? Do you regret throwing your children out of one of these?
I had an injury.
I had an injury.
Haig? Okay.
Healing.
I had an injury healing. So if this is the woman who threw her kids off the building, can you tell us?
Smith.
Can you tell us why you did it?
I want to talk to one of the gangsters, the Chicago outfit.
Hello, new friends. This place is home.
Hello, new friends. This place is home.
Is this one of the children? Carl? Playground. Is this hotel your playground, Carl?
Remember, this is the floor that they say that they see the little boy on.
Well, this is where the kids were thrown to their death from.
Conclusion.
What's the last thing you remember, buddy? Is this place like a big playground for you, Carl? Seething.
Sounds like a cat.
MacDougal.
Table.
Carl, is your brother with you?
Use camera.
We are using our camera.
Spur. Whoever's here, can you go ask one of the men to come speak with us? It's not really spelling anything.
Irish.
A lot of Irish people in Chicago.
Mafia. Carl? Are you still here with us, buddy?
Sacred.
Carl.
The children are listening.
That's an adult that's with the children. So if you're talking about the children, who's this? Is this Adele? Carl's mom? February, bro. What? It straight up says February.
Agitated.
And it's February right now.
What month it happened?
August. You know what happened with Al Capone in February, the St. Valentine's Day massacre? If there's a gangster, a mobster, someone with the Chicago outfit here, do you remember the Valentine's Day shooting? Do you know who committed the Valentine's Day shooting?
We're following you. Help us.
We're following you. Help us? What do you mean? Where do you want us to lead you? Is there somewhere we can lead you that would help you?
Well, where is it?
Can you tell us the place you want to follow us to?
Wonderful.
Memories.
They will attack.
Who will?
Carl, are you warning us about the men that haunt this hotel?
Wasn't the mafia dealing heroin back then?
Cod.
Caught the heroin. Cut the heroin. What? Is this where they used to cut heroin? Whoever I'm talking to at this point, you probably don't know what that is, Carl. Okay, buddy, by the way, I set this little device up right here. Yeah, yes to the bell. But this little thing right here, yeah, you're tapping it. You can answer our questions by hitting yes or no.
My name is Alice.
We want to figure out who here from the mob remembers Al Capone. If you're from the Chicago outfit and you remember Scarface, Al Capone.
Gaining more energy.
Good.
So where did the mob members hang out in this building?
Oldest son. Do you not want to talk to us because we're asking questions about the mob? If we go to another room away from the kids, will you tell us some of the mafia secrets? No one can hurt you anymore. You're already past. So we should go to the other room that we rented on here and the kids should stay? And you'll talk to us? Slough. Like slough them off. Mafia guy, we're gonna move over to room 1212. We're gonna move over to room 1210. Why don't you follow us over there? Let's go. Oh. Okay guys, so right now we're in another room here on the 12th floor of the hotel, the most haunted floor. So we're actually staying here on the 12th floor for 2 nights. Tomorrow we're going to be investigating a mafia body dumping site and the site of the Valentine's Day massacre. So because this was the place where Capone ran his outfit from, one of the places at least, we want to try ask some questions about the business that was going on in the hotel and ask about the Valentine's Day massacre. So whoever told us that they wanted to speak somewhere else, not in that room, we're here in this room right now. So just try to be as truthful as you can, because no one can hurt you anymore, okay? Let's do this.
Alright, to any mafia members that we're talking to, my name's Connor. This is Colin sitting right in front of me. We want to know...
There's 2 of us. The man, he wandered.
What's your name?
Beware.
That's secret.
You can't tell me what your name is?
People try to scream and get away.
So, mafia meetings were held here. What kind of stuff would y'all talk about?
So much happened.
So it said to beware of the one who wanders.
Metal.
Who's the one who wanders?
Jacket.
Metal jacket? Like a bullet?
The leg.
The peg leg? That's one we need to watch out for?
Keeps him quiet.
He's peg leg.
I never liked boss. I never liked boss.
Who's the boss?
Yeah, not me. He ran things.
So you just did stuff for him?
From the office. He was a Yankee.
Can you tell me, are you a part of the Chicago outfit?
Card.
Loan shark.
Loan shark. Yeah, there was a lot of loan sharks.
Invoice and collection.
You did collections? Would you go mess people up if they didn't pay?
People had differences.
There was a lot of violence.
You get knocked.
So you killed people?
Whole families.
You did that if they didn't pay back the loans?
Backstabbed. Got a lot of voices, actually.
How many people are here?
We're right here. In the car.
How many people?
Get out of here.
I just swear to God, I just heard Capone.
You don't like
He walks
that?
around.
You don't like that we're here?
Shot me.
Capone shot you?
His whores struck him.
What can you tell me about
You think
Capone?
you can cheat me?
What can you tell me about Capone?
Gotta test your blood.
Test my blood? What's that mean?
You get jumped. Can we?
No, I don't want to get jumped. What happened to you?
Baseball.
What's that mean? Baseball happened to you?
Ooh. I'm playing games.
He's playing a game of baseball?
No. Crack me.
Did he crack you with the baseball bat?
Couple times, 2 or 3. Literally, just like that. Couple times, 2 or 3.
And that's how you died?
You gotta get out of here.
It's not safe?
It takes a bunch to get out. Money. But you got no gas in your car anyway. I swear to God, I just heard that whole thing. But you got no gas in your car anyway.
Well, I had a few questions. We're going out to the site of the St. Valentine's Day massacre. Do you know anything about that?
Bring me some cognac.
You like cognac?
I guess I could.
So on February...
Gotta pay.
February 14th, 1929, there was a big massacre that happened. Do you know what happened that day?
Machine gun.
Yeah, a lot of people were shot with machine guns. Were you there that day?
Sparks flew.
Towards.
And well, oh well.
Sparks flew towards, and oh well.
Got pinched.
Your guys got pinched? Got killed?
By Jimmy. Never doubt. I appreciate you.
Can you tell me who did it?
His right man.
Was it the Irish or the Italians?
All are dead now.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. The massacre's still unsolved. What do you think about that? Are you happy?
I really can't. But John, these kind of drunks got us in trouble.
That's crazy.
February.
Yeah. It was on Valentine's Day. It's almost the 100-year reunion.
I don't play games.
So you're a mob member? Were you with...
They all wanted payment.
Were you with Bugs Marone? Or Bugs Moran?
Fun. I got the seat.
You got the seat?
They angered us.
Was it about the liquor sales?
They never found me.
Anniversary.
Anniversary. No way.
Please go back.
You want us to go over there? We're gonna go over there tomorrow.
Give him a kiss.
The place where it all went down.
They're all broken.
Is there anything you want us to know about that day?
You gotta be careful. I've said too much.
You scared?
I miss my wife.
You're gonna get in trouble?
I've decided. I think that's about enough.
You're done talking? You said too much already?
Oh my god, bro, that was so creepy. He's listening in the hall.
Who is it? Who's in the hall?
You know.
Was it Capone?
I'm telling you. Boss man.
That's freaky.
Always up to something.
Do we need to be afraid?
Many lives were lost.
Oh my god. Do we need to be afraid here?
Oh my god, I heard Valentine's coming up. Thank God you spoke to me.
Yeah,
There's more. Oh my god, bro. There's more bodies.
I'm really glad we got to talk to you tonight. Is there one last thing you'd like to tell us before we leave?
He ran things.
Yeah, we know that. Alright, well, we're gonna get going.
It's a bad path.
We really appreciate you talking.
Oh my god. It's a bad path. Got me killed. Oh, dude, that gave me the chills.
Alright, well then I will not join a gang. Alright, well I'm gonna take Colin out of this. Is there anything else? One last thing.
Good luck.
Alright, thank you.
Oh my god damn, bro.
You're being followed.
That's not good. What happened?
Well, I started talking about St. Valentine's.
Actually, right when you said St. Valentine's, here, you can just pause that one since they're back.
So I started talking about St. Valentine's, and he started. It was really vague, but it seemed like the guy we were just talking to was there. It's like my guys got pinched, or like if he was there, or maybe he just like got filled in about what happened there. My guys got pinched, wasn't good. It said metal, and you said jacket. And then it said sparks flew. I was like, well, what can you tell me about that? It's the February 14th, 1929. That's when it happened. It's almost the 100-year anniversary. It says anniversary on that.
Oh, many lives were lost too?
Yeah.
What the f***,
It was
bro?
very, very relevant. And then the guy was like, alright, gotta stop talking. I've said too much. Boss man's listening out in the hall.
I heard in the hall and I was like, what the f*** are you talking about?
And I was like, is it Al Capone? And you said, you know.
Oh god.
I've been alone for years.
Dude.
Spot on.
I haven't really seen people ghost hunt in this hotel, so it's like really crazy that even saying that I've been alone for years, like wanting someone to ask them these questions.
What even stays up on this floor?
That's actually crazy. Oh. Are you happy that we came up here to speak with you?
That REM pod went off a couple times.
Right next to me? Really? Oh! Oh! Oh my fucking god, bro! I'm trying not to scream because we're in the hotel. Oh, yo, what the fuck, bro? Yo, is it just me also, or is it not as hot in here? Oh, I feel like cooler. Yo, that was fucking wild, bro. All fucking four. What did I just ask before that happened?
Are you happy that we talked to you?
Oh shit. Yo, I gotta sleep up here, man.
I know.
The
That means I'm gonna be the only person on this entire floor sleeping up here tonight because Connor got transferred to
Arrest.
That was in the hall.
Good luck.
Dude.
Yeah, Connor's rooms were too hot, so he got moved to the 5th floor. So, like I was saying before, we're the only ones on this floor tonight, like the manager told us. So unfortunately, that means I'm the only one that's going to be spending the night on this haunted floor.
At least your room's cool.
That's actually really not cool. I really don't like that at all, bro.
Leave this place.
God damn it. Fuck, dude, what the hell, man? That's not good, bro.
Alright, well, tomorrow we're going out to St. Valentine's Day Massacre and the cemetery, and it'll be a nice little treat.
So, let me ask one time before we quit
I'm innocent.
Yo, bro. I was literally about to ask, because it said arrest just there. I was going to say, did they get the right guys? Like, are you saying you want us to arrest or figure out who to arrest? I'm innocent. It's like, go get the guys. That's bro, we're talking about an unsolved murder?
I also forgot to say, at the very beginning, it's talking like I'm asking about like, oh, its involvement with baseball. It's all a game. Like, were you playing baseball? You said no. I was like, and you said had to whack them or something like that. Like, were you killing people with baseball bats? And you said, I hit them a couple times.
What?
Like, this guy was like a part of the mob, but like,
dude,
like,
that's spooky, bro.
Yeah.
So,
and the loan collections.
Oh yeah, I heard loan shark. I thought that had something. That was really crazy to hear that. So you're telling me right now, I gotta be alone on this floor with an angry loan shark man who probably killed people, who knows details about a famous mass murder, and you're also telling me the ghost of Al Capone could be in the hallway right now?
Exactly.
Oh God. All right. So look.
Understanding.
Like we reached.
Now you're starting to get it.
All right. So whoever's in here who we've been talking to, tomorrow we are going to come back after we've investigated the Valentine's Day Massacre site, and we're going to ask you a couple more questions. And I would love if you could help us see if what we got is true. But for now, if you don't feel like staying up here, go to the 5th floor, follow him.
This is the cool floor.
All right.
All right. Well,
good night. Thanks for talking to us, sir.
Do you scare real easily?
Yes.
By chance, do you?
Yes.
You get freaked out?
Yeah, I don't watch scary movies. I can't do haunted houses.
Just kind of hide under the blankets when the thunder and lightning goes?
Yeah.
Well, then this story is perfect for you. Some call this one the most haunted cemetery in all of North America. Others would argue it is the most haunted place in the entire world. We're talking about Bachelor's Grove Cemetery out in Midlothian.
Yeah, so that's exactly why I didn't go. And we sent Jake Hamilton instead.
Why not? Yeah, you know, it's interesting. I found a very hidden place with a very sort of interesting history. Bachelor's Grove has had a dark reputation for decades, but it's actually been around for nearly 200 years. I thought I'd look back at just what makes Bachelor's Grove so scary.
There's something definitely peculiar and not right about this location.
This location is Bachelor's Grove Cemetery. Tucked away in a forest preserve in Midlothian, this 1-acre graveyard has been named the most haunted cemetery in North America. It's housed the dearly departed since the mid-1800s. It's said to have received its name following the death of several unmarried immigrants in the area. It is the home to many paranormal sightings, and for Carl Kay, Bachelor's Grove expert and founder of the website thepathtobachelorsgrove.com, none are more famous than the iconic photo of the woman sitting on the tombstone, which ran in the Chicago Sun-Times.
One of the legends here is the Madonna of the Grove going through the cemetery late at night on a full moon, sometimes with, sometimes without a baby in her arms. So is Amelia here looking for her child that's buried here and not with the rest of the family? Is one of the possibilities.
However, beyond the spooky campfire tales is a dark history. 1966, a mushroom hunter finds a dead teenage girl in the woods. 1989, a woman kills her boyfriend. His body was found at the cemetery. 1993, 2 men were found guilty of severely beating a man. They traveled to the cemetery to attack and rob gay men. This is not a playground for those looking for a quick spook. Carl says it's a place to pay respect.
Come here with an open mind, come here with a loving heart, come here with respect. I don't expect you to come and experience something immediately.
My name is John Stevenson. We're at Bachelor's Grove Cemetery. It's actually quite known for mafia activity, not just ghosts. Chicago Mafia used to, rumors are, drive down this street right in front here, kill people, throw them right down there. We can walk over to the swamp there, and they used to drop bodies off there. And I was born and raised out here. I heard those stories my entire life. And back in the day, Chicago Mafia was quite active. And this road used to go right through here, through the woods, and you could follow it clear into Chicago. So it was a straight route right out here to drop off the bodies and go away. I heard that most of my life. Again, you know, that's something you can't say for sure, but that's what we've been told.
I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah. Look at this place. In the summertime, this is very creepy looking. It's all totally green.
I bet. Easy to hide bodies when the water's got a thing of scum on the top.
It too. And it's not that deep. We're trying to hide a body on Ghost Adventures. The producers were out here, part of their thing. They wanted to throw a body in and recreate the Chicago Mafia. They kept trying to throw it in there, and they couldn't get it in. And then me and the producer finally threw it. Went out there, stuck head just up, sticking out of the water. so it's harder than you think to hide your body in here.
Why is there a hole in this fence here?
This has been here as long as I can remember.
Like, so strange.
That is weird.
Even this time of year, this looks kind of eerie. Supposedly, I haven't seen it, but there's stories of mystery lights and stuff like floating above this water too. So supposedly they used to throw bodies in here. Again, I don't know 100%, but I've told that my entire life.
You think it's possible that that's true?
I definitely think so. Because the availability of it being out here, like in the middle of the woods. What ideal place to just stop and throw a body out.
Has anybody seen any like mobster ghosts out
been.
here?
Well, actually, I showed you those pictures. Those those aren't actually shadows. What would you call that? That's
figures. Literally.
Yeah, the translucent figures. They're wearing suits.
Mm-hmm.
They look like they remind me of mafia guys.
And you saw a guy in a suit out here.
Yeah, a guy did a physical. Well, I think he was physical. He walked out. He was wearing a suit and nice shoes. Walked in the graveyard, just kind of looked, turned around, and I was actually with my brother that day, and we're both like, what is he doing out here? We turned back, it's gone. And as you see out there, we just walked that way. You just can't vanish right there.
No. Yeah, I could totally see them coming out here and dumping.
Well, you figure back in the day, that's the road, heavy woods, no traffic like there is now. You could literally get out and, you know.
So there didn't used to be a road like that there?
No, that road used to initially be at the entrance. So you would be driving through the woods, literally stop right at the graveyard and just walk right over to the lake. And back in the day, I don't even think this fence is probably here. I actually don't know. You'd have to like go into the historical papers and stuff and see if you could find something on it.
Do you know of any like dives that they've ever done here looking for bodies?
So I had one of the Cook County Sheriff's Police was telling me that they went in there once looking for bodies, but I think he said they didn't find anything, if I remember right. But that looks like the perfect place for a body.
I mean, even if they
Considering
didn't dump
Chicago is just basically right up the street from here.
Yeah.
If they didn't dump it in the water, even, I mean, you go 10 feet into the woods over there, who's going to go over there to look for...
Well, even to this day, there's stories of bodies appearing in the Cook County woods out here.
I bet.
Like murder victims?
Yeah. Maybe coyotes.
Werewolves.
Well, why don't you... I want to take a look for these people online at those photos of them, or the photo of the mobsters.
Oh, okay.
Because that's super interesting.
See that right? I think that's the fence pole. That was actually right at the entrance to the to the swamp, I think.
Yeah.
But you see what I'm talking about? How it looks like you can see a suit and a lapel.
Yeah.
So who took that photo?
I took that.
You took that?
Yeah. I like the ones I take because I know they're real. 'Cause people send me photos and you just don't know. Especially when the photo editing software started getting big. I got a lot of fake photos sent in.
I mean, it really does look like two mafia guys standing there.
I know. I mean, you can see the suits.
And it would stand to reason that if they were dumped here, they might not be the happiest.
Yeah.
they'd want to show up.
Uh-huh. I try to debunk this like you do, and I don't know how to debunk it.
How do you? I mean, really?
Especially after you said it was years after you'd taken that picture.
Well, I still have thousands of photos I haven't looked at.
So you took this photo.
This photo was taken, yeah, I'll show you. We were right. Let's see, where's Moss at? Moss is right there. No, yeah, Moss. See, that's Moss. That's right there. So the photo was taken from about right here, and where you're standing is where the tree was.
Right now?
It's gone now. Yeah, that's where that was.
Oh, interesting.
See Moss, see right there?
Yeah.
And this tombstone is that one. There you go. You can identify it perfectly. This one is that one, and that one is there. So it was taken on a tree right there that's not there anymore. You can see it's a dead tree, so it was cleared out.
It's freaky.
Yeah, but here's your close-up then.
So crazy.
I just like the expression on her face. I mean, she has.
Oh, shoot,
she
they
looks
can
like
see
she's
me.
like, oh, they see me.
Yeah.
She probably went back to her ghost house and go, guess what happened?
That's not. It was literally like.
See, that's
right
why I
here.
take so many pictures, because you can actually look at these and know where things are at.
Uh-huh.
That's crazy.
I mean, that has to be the craziest photo of a ghost I've ever seen.
Yeah, I know.
Right here, too. It's really weird how there's so many, like, translucent figures here.
Well, that's what makes them
her-
nice too, is because you can't fake a translucent.
No.
Even when you get idiots saying that you made it up, you can't. How do you make someone translucent?
I've been trying to figure that out for years.
I'd love to be able to do that.
So you'd say this cemetery's haunted?
Definitely. It wasn't feeling it today. Some days it's really scary, other days it's not. But for a while, I was actually really starting to. Of course, you don't know. I've been here before, where it's just like nice as could be, and just all of a sudden it's like wham, the veil opens up and it feels dark in here.
Well, I'm ready to start investigating, man.
Me too.
We're here right now as a part of our investigation into the haunted mafia spots in the Chicago area. Bachelor's Grove Cemetery, where we're at, is one of the most haunted cemeteries on Earth. We've been here investigating for the last couple of hours. The rumor is that this body of water behind us was a prolific mafia body dumping location back in the days when the Chicago outfit was running things here. Now, if you want to see our full investigation at Bachelor's Grove, that video is going to be on YouTube. It's either out already or it'll be there soon. But before we head to the St. Valentine's Day Massacre location,
Are you ready?
Yeah.
we're ready. We wanted to come out here and ask a few questions. I do want to state we don't have much time because apparently the cops come and arrest people here at sunset, so we're going to make this somewhat quick.
Is anybody here in the water?
Oh, do you see that creepy like ball thing? Like floating on the top?
Dude, what the?
And there's a baby bottle.
All right. I'm talking to anybody out here from the Chicago outfit. If you know Bugs Malone, Al Capone, or maybe you were murdered and your body was thrown down here. All you have to do.
Agatha.
Fish pond.
What?
On the temple.
You were thrown in the fish pond? If you've been playing with our devices, you probably know. You just have to go up and touch it like that to answer yes to our question. Were you thrown? Was your body thrown in here? Oh. So, sukiyaki? So I'll take that as a yes. Your body was thrown in here? Thank you. Can you please? Dude, what? Look at that.
That will be in the water?
80. Can you try to tell us your name, please? Actually, since you used that light just now. Yeah, just like that. Can you touch that again? If you were murdered by guys who worked for Al Capone, do you remember that name, Scarface? So you remember Al Capone? Will you? Father, what?
Dude. What does it on the question?
L. Well, Al Capone was like the father, the Don, the head of the family. Did you work for the Chicago outfit? Did you work for Al Capone and all those other mob leaders? Can you hit that light again if you worked for them? This is fucking crazy, actually, bro. I did not expect this, like, so quickly. Studied. So,
were you killed by them?
Owner. Bro, that is a fucking crazy strong hit. So you were killed by Al Capone's Chicago outfit. Whoa, bro! And it's just that one. It's not this one over here. How fucking weird is that? So, try to light it up one more time, please, sir. If your bones, your body is still in this water behind me. Either one. Coffee. Oh. Bro, the one closest to the fucking water. It's like he just walked out of the water and is standing right here.
That's freaky.
Isn't that creepy?
I don't like that.
I'm so sorry to hear that. Do you wish that somebody would come dive and find your bones so you could be buried? Seriously, thank you for speaking with us like this. Speculation. I keep thinking I'm seeing lights.
Siri. I'm not friendly.
I'm not friendly.
Were you an Irish guy?
Erase it.
Erase it. Huh. Dude, it's almost like another mobster's like, I'm not friendly, erase it.
Yeah.
Telling us that we captured too much.
They don't want us knowing that.
They don't want people knowing. So, can you tell us how you were killed? You can either speak it out loud, or how about you try to light up those lights again? Did they choke you to death? Summertime. Remember they said the summer was when they would probably come out? Did they stab you to death? Conniving.
That's like something, that's like an older word too.
Right. So they stabbed you to death and threw your body out here. What was your name? Dude, their fucking body's buried back here. I'm like 99% sure. Gluttony. Wah? Like wham, gluttony? Were you killed because you stole from the mafia, from the mob? You didn't pay back what you took from them? Gluttony? We're gonna run a DR60 session in here before we have to leave. And then... Inside. And then we're gonna go to the car and review it. Bruce! Bro, we just asked what his name was. Bruce, and your spirit talker said, look below. Look below the surface. Dude, what the f? Bruce? Leave. Leave. Bruce Flair.
Bruce is like, this isn't safe out here. You gotta go.
Yeah. Or there's like, Bruce is a victim. There could be a mafia guy too. And he's like, leave now.
Glutton.
Frightened. So I think your name is Bruce and you were stabbed to death? Oh! Oh! No way, bro! Whoa! Pallet. The cats. All right, Bruce, we're gonna ask you a few questions, buddy. Bruce, try to use your name and respond to us. Who ordered you to be killed?
Were you dumped out here?
Did you work for the Chicago outfit?
Is your body here in the water?
Bruce, why did they kill you?
Why did they kill you?
Bruce, did you do something to upset the crime people, the mobsters, the gangsters? So Bruce, let me get this straight. You upset the guys from the Chicago outfit, Al Capone, you faulted them, and they murdered you with a knife and put your body in this water. Can you say yes or no? It said the name Barry as well. Are there multiple bodies from the mafia in the water and maybe even in the woods?
What the hell?
Okay, one final question.
How many people were buried out here?
Friend.
come up to the brim. And my final question, do you know anything about the Valentine's Day Massacre? Who did it? What'd you hear? Give me one name from the Valentine's Day Massacre. And finally, last chance to say anything. You want to say goodbye to us, Bruce? We're going to try to tell your story, brother.
Gee, the bad lady's here.
Key, the bad lady's here?
The key up on the stone.
I know. And it said something about a lady like being bad earlier in our Lindbergh. All right. Well, now we are going to say goodbye to Bachelor's Grove Cemetery. This has been crazy. Thank you, Bruce, or whoever we were speaking with. And we're going to go ahead to the site of the Valentine's Day Massacre. So, blackmailer, dude. That's a mafia blackmailer. It's like all these dudes want to speak with us now, but we gotta go so we don't end up in a Chicago jail too.
All right.
All right. Let's do this, bro. All right, guys. So we made it back to the car to listen to the DR60. I left the drone. It fell off my bag, so I had to run all the way back to the cemetery. And it's freezing, guys. Take a look at this. Keep in mind, I'm only wearing this sweater. Neither of us had gloves.
I'm barely wearing a jacket.
Connor's very thin jacket. Look at it's 35 degrees out right now. And the feels like is what, 29?
It's
with the wind. Ice
cold.
Here's our DR60 session we just did.
Bruce, try to use your name and respond to us. Who ordered you to be killed?
It's not like, wow.
Respond to us. Who ordered you to be killed?
What the f? It sounds like a conversation.
Moving the devices.
Were you dumped out here? Did you work for the Chicago outfit? Did you work for the Chicago outfit? Is your body here in the water?
As we said, yeah, in the bar.
Bruce, why did they kill you? Why did they kill you? Why did they kill you? mobsters, the gangsters. So Bruce, let me get this straight. You upset the guys from the Chicago outfit, Al Capone, you assaulted them, and they murdered you with a knife and put your body in this water. Can you say yes or no? It said the name Barry as well. Are there multiple bodies from the mafia in the water and maybe even in the woods? Are there multiple bodies from the mafia in the water and maybe even in the woods? How many people were buried out here? How much did you bring? And my final question, do you know anything about the Valentine's Day Massacre? Who did it? Anything about the Valentine's Day Massacre? Who did it?
Sound like what's that name?
Give me one name from the Valentine's Day Massacre. And finally, last chance to say anything. Give me one name from the Valentine's Day Massacre. And finally, last chance to say anything. You want to say goodbye to us, Bruce? Give me one name from the Valentine's Day Massacre. And finally, last chance to say anything. You want to say goodbye to us, Bruce? We're going to try to tell your story, brother.
Nothing too clear. There's a lot of road noise over there.
Just a lot of noise pollution in that area. Well, guys, we are going to go have dinner. And then after this, instead of watching the Super Bowl, we are going to head to a massacre site. Yup. We love football around here. Yup. Go team. Yup. Pass the big skin, boys. Yup. All right, guys, so we're on the streets of Chicago, Illinois right now, walking to the location of the St. Valentine's Day Massacre. Now, while we walk here, I want to explain what happened. Basically, in the 1920s, Al Capone and the Chicago outfit were in a brutal turf war with an Irish gang, the North Irish gang here in Chicago, warring over territory, the sale of alcohol, all sorts of different things. But on Valentine's Day 1929, this hasn't been proven, but they think Al Capone ordered a hit on some of the members of Bugs Moran's North Side Irish gang. So on Valentine's Day at 10-ish in the morning, 2 men dressed as police officers and 2 other men dressed as just plainclothes citizens entered the garage that used to sit on the property we're going to right now. They lined all 7 of the men that were in the building up against a wall. These men, 6 of them were confirmed to be working with the Irish gang. One of them was just an optometrist who liked to hang out with gangsters, who was wrong place, wrong time. But they lined them against the wall. The men thought this was a routine thing and that they were just getting busted by the police for importing some illegal booze. But those 4 gunmen then opened fire on the 7 men against the wall and ended all 7 of their lives in an extremely gruesome and brutal fashion.
Okay, Mike. Quiet, Trench. Something I can do for you?
Yeah, you can shut up.
I'll line up, all of you. Face that wall. You two.
Listen, Buster, you better be kidding.
Move. Move! You on the car.
Let's go. Let's go.
Sir, I'm just a mechanic here. All I do is work on the automobiles. I don't know what to do with these people. Hands on the wall. Lean on it.
This crime is still officially unsolved to this day. Even Al Capone has not been officially linked, but the site of the garage is right in front of us. And the tree that we're gonna be sitting at is right where the massacre actually took place. Now, there are a lot of suspects. There are a lot of different theories about this crime, but it's really interesting because nothing was ever proven. No one ever went down for this crime, so these spirits are said to be restless. Now, ghost tours bring people by this area because dogs go crazy. There's also a dog who was chained to the back of a truck during the massacre. He saw all of this go down, and unfortunately, a dog was put down later in its life because it had PTSD from what it experienced that day. But dogs go crazy. There's tons of poltergeist activity reported in this building behind me. Things being thrown, moving, people hearing gunfire echoing from this area, and even seeing the spirits of mobsters. So it's time to do this, man.
Yeah.
Here it is, right here, where the massacre took place, right up against this tree. This is where the garage used to sit. Okay guys, so like I said before, right here is the actual spot. Trusting.
You're next.
This is the actual spot right here where Windy. We are in the Windy City. This is the actual spot where the massacre happened. So these men's bodies would have been laying right here. So I want to talk to the victims, the people who were murdered. Maybe that's a clue to the murder.
What?
Blue eyes.
Mason.
I want to talk to the victims who were gunned down here on Valentine's Day, 1929. Eject. We're gonna run a DR60 session right now. To everybody who died. Morris.
Interference.
Please try to use your voice and speak with us right now. We want to figure out what happened to you and why you got killed. All right, if there's somebody here with us, can you tell us your name?
Do you remember what happened on Valentine's Day, 1929?
Rosemary.
So there were 4 men that killed you. Can one of you 7 men tell us something about the men that killed you?
Were you a part of Bugs Moran's gang?
Where did the killers go after they shot you?
Dark energy everywhere.
So you said the word import on this device right here. And on that day you were importing some alcohol. Can you tell me what type of alcohol it was?
No, I can't.
It's weird, a helicopter just went by overhead too and it said helicopter.
You can't tell us because it's a secret?
Melissa.
Can you tell us one?
Patricia.
Can you tell us one of the names of the people who pulled the trigger and ended your life? Just please, sir, or sirs, just tell us one of the names. Okay, let's listen. Dude, a lot of weird, relevant words. And some names too. I'm curious to see.
Song bag.
My name is Edward.
If there's an Edward that was involved in the massacre, I'm gonna be freaked.
Alright, if there's somebody here with us, can you tell us your name? What happened on Valentine's Day, 1929? Valentine's Day, 1929.
Dude, it sounds like they shot, bro. Bavaria, and this is cursed land. Yeah, I forgot to add, the city said they're never gonna build something on this land again after the massacre. I swear I hear they shot me.
So there were 4 men that killed you. Can one of you 7 men tell us something about the men that killed you? Where did the killers go after they shot you? Dark energy everywhere. The word import on this device right here. And on that day you were importing some alcohol. Can you tell me what type of alcohol it was? No, I can't. Helicopter. Overhead here. And on that day you were importing some alcohol. Can you tell me what type of alcohol it was? No, I can't. Helicopter just went by overhead too and said helicopter. Secret? Please, sir, or sir, just tell us one of the names.
Need trust.
Okay, look. Dude, need trust. Chairman who, when we ask who they are. Morphine, blustery, shell. Like a bullet. Like your bullet casing, like a shell. Headsman, dude. Bro, headsman, chairman. You know who I think they're talking about?
Capone.
Motherfucking Al Capone, baby. I think we need to do the Estes method.
I think that's the only thing that's gonna work out here. I can't hear anything.
Yeah, unfortunately, this is really, really loud out here because
we can't really be loud either because technically we're not supposed to be here right now, so.
Yeah, we just kind of walked over here, so we're not going to push our luck. But we want to do an Estes. Bendix. Gas chamber.
I wonder if one of the people got killed in a gas chamber.
Let's get some answers. This is right where the men's bodies were found.
Is there anybody who died on February 14th, 1929 here right now?
Never could get out.
Is there any members of the Bugs Moran gang here?
Those damn guys.
Is this
Bad entities here.
Is this the Bugs Moran gang that I'm talking to?
You know I can't.
You can't talk about it?
I'm still here.
Can I ask, do you remember what happened that day? It was a
Hands up.
It was a liquor transport that went bad. Yeah. And those guys came in and made you put your hands up, and then they killed you.
Wish I wouldn't have been in.
Can you tell me what your name is?
I lost it.
Your name's Philip? So Philip, were you one of the guys that killed?
I'm getting just a weird vibe down here. I heard like a
The tempest just shut off. So Philip.
That's me.
Were you a member of Al Capone's gang?
Nope.
Sarah.
Who were you?
Blackjack man.
You were a gambler? Philip, do you...
Jimmy.
Jimmy. Who's Jimmy? Was Jimmy there that night? Or that morning?
Watch for the police.
The guys that were dressed up as the police?
Check it out. I need trust.
You need me to...
Dude, Jimmy again. It was like, Jimmy!
So, Jimmy... Were you there that day?
He brought the guys.
Jimmy brought the guys here? Were you killed?
Absinthe.
Absinthe?
Cocaine.
Is that what you had here at the place? In the garage?
Blame.
Tell my wife.
What do you want me to tell your wife?
I'm not bad.
Jimmy, are you saying that you didn't do it?
Tommy.
Yeah, they were shot with Tommy guns. Do you know...
blood everywhere.
Can you tell me who did it? We really want to get some...
JJ.
JJ?
Impose.
Who's JJ?
Both of them.
Both?
I was here hanging.
You were just here hanging
I
out?
heard a lot of voices.
So what can you tell me about
There's still something
this?
in the... Still something in the...
What?
Dig. There's still something in the... Dig.
What can you tell me about that day? We have a little bit of
Couldn't see it.
information, but we don't know who did it.
4.
Yeah, it was 4 guys. 2 of them were dressed up as cops.
The South Side.
There's a Southside gang?
Energy.
That's the people
Didn't
who did
see
it? Did they do it
Snuck
because...
back. Find Jim. Find Jim. Or maybe Finn Jim. I don't know. But find Jim is what I'm
Is Jim
hearing.
the guy who did it?
I miss my kid.
Alright, well our battery's
Deep
about
dish.
to die. Is there anything else you can tell us before we go?
Check the house.
What house?
Nanny.
You know.
I don't know.
There's it.
Check Jimmy's house, is that what you're saying?
I'm fine.
Alright, well we're gonna be heading out. Can you tell me one last thing? That's all shooting star.
MG.
MG.
Down by the river.
There's a machine gun down by the river?
Just like yesterday.
Sinister threats.
It's coming up.
Okay. Alright, well, thank you for talking to us. We really appreciate
All right.
it.
Leonard.
Alright, we gotta get going.
Is that you?
Yeah. This battery's about to die. Well, Jimmy, I don't know who that is, but he's saying there's a MG down by the river, like machine gun.
Oh, they tossed in the river?
I guess, and so it's coming up.
Guess we gotta go scuba dive.
Maybe when it warms up a little bit. It said Sean, Leonard, Philip.
Sinister threats.
Yeah.
I feel like I got quite a bit of like names and like weird shit that came through.
Alright.
Oh yeah, my battery's about to die on here too. I got 4%.
I'm showing.
Flashing?
Yeah.
Alright guys, well our battery's gonna die. We gotta get out of here.
John Dillinger, one of America's most notorious bank robbers, was born on June 22, 1903, in Indianapolis, Indiana. Raised in a middle-class family, John's upbringing did not foreshadow his future as a criminal mastermind. However, his life took a sharp turn towards crime in his early adulthood. John Dillinger's criminal career began in earnest during the Great Depression, a period marked by economic turmoil and widespread poverty. He was arrested for the first time in 1924 for attempted auto theft and armed robbery, and this incident marked the beginning of a pattern of criminal behavior that would define most of his life. Despite serving time in prison, John Dillinger continued to pursue a life of crime upon his release. His notoriety skyrocketed in 1933 when he orchestrated his first major bank heist in New Carlisle, Ohio. Dillinger's daring robberies, characterized by meticulous planning and audacious execution, captured the imagination of the American public and earned him the nickname Public Enemy Number 1, just like Al Capone. His exploits, often accompanied by shootouts with law enforcement, made him a folk hero to some and an absolute murderous menace to others. John Dillinger's criminal activities reached a peak in 1934, during which he committed a string of high-profile bank robberies across the Midwest. His brazen escapades attracted the attention of the FBI, then led by director J. Edgar Hoover, who announced that he had made capturing John Dillinger a top priority. In an effort, though, to avoid capture, John Dillinger underwent plastic surgery to alter his appearance. But despite this, he was apprehended by the FBI in Tucson, Arizona on January 25, 1934. John Dillinger was extradited to Indiana to stand trial for his numerous crimes. But it seems like the American government just couldn't hold John Dillinger down, and it wasn't long before he escaped prison again and was on the run. But that leads us to July 22, 1934, in Chicago, Illinois, when John Dillinger's life of crime came to a violent and bloody end outside of the Biograph Theater in Chicago. As John exited the theater with his girlfriend, Anna Sage, FBI agents ambushed him. In a dramatic shootout, John Dillinger was fatally shot multiple times by the agents, and his death marked the end of an era of lawlessness that had captivated the nation's attention. And after reading all of this, while we were in Chicago investigating the ghosts of organized crime, we knew we had another place we needed to visit.
All right, everybody, so it might be a little loud right now. The Super Bowl actually just finished. Once again, we're here on Super Bowl Sunday. But another important piece of Chicago lore that has to do with the organized crime and corruption and violence that rocked the city in the late 20s to, you know, throughout the 30s and 40s too, is John Dillinger. So if you guys don't know the story of John Dillinger, Public Enemy Number 1, he's one of the most infamous criminals in American history. Johnny Depp played him in a film called Public Enemies. John Dillinger was a famous bank robber. He actually robbed some banks in my hometown of Sioux Falls, South Dakota. There are bullet holes on the side of the bank to this day. But he was just a famous bank robber, the head of a gang, the Dillinger Gang. He was labeled as Public Enemy Number 1 by the FBI. So after years of searching, trying to find John Dillinger, the FBI, J. Edgar Hoover, actually tracked him down one night, July 22nd, 1934, to be specific, to being in this theater right here. On that evening, July 22nd, 1934, John Dillinger was seeing a film right here in the Biograph Theater. If you walk over here, you can see it's changed names now to the Victory Gardens Theater. But to this day, interestingly enough, this is still a movie theater. You can go see a film in here. Little did people know that amongst them in the crowd that night was not only John Dillinger, but a number of FBI agents. So when John Dillinger began to exit the theater, he walked out through this doorway right here, and there was an FBI agent waiting, and the famous signal that he did was he lit a cigar about right here. Now, John Dillinger, if you'll follow me, kept walking this way. Keep in mind the FBI had been on the hunt for this guy for years. They'd been trying to track him down. He was accused of murdering a lawman. He was never officially convicted of that crime, although he was charged with it. But John Dillinger at this point notices there are people following him, and those people would be a massive group of FBI agents. So when he gets to around this part of the sidewalk, John freaks out. He's with two female companions. Some of the agents said he reached for a gun at this point, and that he actually pulled it out. Some people said that he reached for the gun, he didn't actually get it out of his pocket, but not wanting to be taken in by the long arm of the law. At this point, he takes off running over here. Oh shit, turns the corner into the alleyway, and it's right here where a hail of gunfire is unleashed on John Dillinger, killing him. And he died right here on this pavement area. As you can see right here is a massive mural of John Dillinger. You guys don't understand, he was the most wanted man in all of America. This was an extremely infamous and just widely publicized event. So the fatal shot that actually killed John went through the back of his neck and blew out through his face. So there was blood everywhere. People quickly came up and were dipping handkerchiefs in the blood to sell souvenirs. And this was the end of a massive reign of, some would say terror, some would say Robin Hood-esque acts of, you know, taking back from the man in the bank. It was right here where he died. So we're gonna investigate a little bit before we go back to the hotel. This is fucking dope, dude, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, John Dillinger is obviously one of the most notorious crime bosses in all of American history. If you like mobsters and true crime stuff, I mean, he's at like the head of it.
And right down here is our boy Al Capone. 2 in 1, baby.
I just think this mural's crazy, dude. And this is where he died. Wanted, dead or alive.
We're gonna walk down a little bit further down here just to get away from some of this noise. Mr. Dillinger, we just want to talk.
Dress.
It says it's a bad idea, dress. We just want to see if you're still here. I mean, right now we're not trying to actually talk to the spirit of John Dillinger. Oh. Wall. First of all, I mean, he died right here between these walls. There were some bullets that actually fired into the walls too. Also weird that we were just at the St. Valentine's wall. So we just want to see if we can tap into any energy from this crime that still might be here, or murder, whatever you'd call it. My name's Colin.
My name's Connor.
Is there anybody here with us right now? John, are you still here? Mood.
Haun.
Strip. Can you tell us something about what happened or identify yourself?
Is there anyone here with us?
It's so crazy to every time we visit a place like this.
Edgar.
Oh, dude, J. Edgar fucking Hoover was the one who set this whole thing up.
Really?
Yeah. And John Dillinger hated him. That's a little weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
I literally just said J. Edgar Hoover when we were walking over here. Camera.
Bill.
John, can you give us just one sign that shows us that you're still here in any capacity?
Weed.
Please get out.
Want us to bring you a joint?
The weed.
The arrangement.
I don't want to bother you. Nervous. I don't want to bother you, man. But could you just maybe say John or robbery? Say something out loud that would let us know that you're actually here.
Attacked. Novelty.
You know, a lot of people think it was unfair that instead of just arresting him, the FBI agents gunned him down. I think it's interesting.
Lady.
He was wanted dead or alive.
Yeah. Well, they got him dead.
I sure did.
Well, I'm gonna have Connor go under the Estes for a second, so we can try chat and see if John is still here. We're doing this Estes method session right at the area where John Dillinger would have died. His body would have been found right here. This is where he would have collapsed when those shots hit him and blood would have pooled.
What a better way to do the Estes than standing right in front of John Dillinger.
Shoo.
Run away. That's what he tried to do.
By the way, after doing the St. Valentine's Estes, I can't find the blindfold. Yeah, so Connor's just gonna close his eyes. We don't have a blindfold.
Don't blame us for it.
It's not just because we're trying to make ourselves not look as weird in this alleyway.
We're just casually trying to lure some people down here. What's wrong with that?
Just random guy in an alleyway with a blindfold on.
Standing in front of a John Dillinger portrait.
All right.
All right, man.
So, like I said, John, if you're here,
he needs.
I would love to talk to you, man. Tried to help. Oh. Like I said before, John Dillinger was a type of Robin Hood guy, like he...
Over there?
What's that device?
So, John, you considered yourself kind of a Robin Hood figure. Are you saying you tried to help people?
By robbing places and giving money?
The money.
Oh.
Cha-ching.
What the Look at
Return. Like he returned
the
The founders.
He like actually helped people out.
A lot of things.
So, John, you feel like in life they painted you out to be a really bad guy even though you helped a lot of people? Procedure, ask me anything. All right, John, can you tell me? This is something I've always wondered. They charged you with killing a police officer. Did you actually... They charged you with killing a police officer. Did you actually kill him?
That was like a woman's voice.
What? Was that you like giggling, John? You went, mm-hmm. So you're confirming you did actually kill a police officer? He said correct.
Thomas actually came up with the idea that all streets.
So, John, did you think you were going to be able to get away that day on July 22nd, 1934? Did you think you were going to make
Get us.
You
left the store?
You thought they'd never get you guys? Or you specifically?
A little bit.
Don't provoke us.
So you actually... Cupcakes. So you actually feel like you helped people, John. I mean, you know you did a lot of harm, right?
You killed someone.
It was great. Smiles.
You killed someone. You most likely killed someone. You were in a gang that killed a lot of people. You ended lives. You stole tons of money.
So weird. I keep hearing like that old-timey, like, cha-ching sound.
Well, that's a little trippy.
Hearing an old-time cha-ching and he's a bank robber. John, do you miss robbing banks and stealing money and living a wild life?
Have a good time.
Dude, for some reason the damn device, the Tempest, just shut off again. Oh, and he said have a good time.
So,
heard that cha-ching sound again.
So John, you enjoyed what you did. You loved robbing banks. So when they killed you that day...
My death.
So when they killed you that day, a lot of people have said that it looked like you were pulling out a gun and that you were going to try to shoot people. Were you actually going to kill somebody?
That never happened.
Dude, look at clumsy, Glenn, own hands.
So you're saying it was like a clumsy mistake that you made that caused them to think... Whoa, bro. So, but you weren't actually going to shoot and kill anybody here?
Yeah. You know it.
Martha. John, do you feel like you lived a good life before you died?
Tastes good. Tastes good.
What tastes good? Are you eating something in the afterlife?
Paper towels.
You're eating paper towels in the afterlife?
Guilty.
Died in bed.
So when the
somebody was.
So when the FBI came and when they swarmed you that day, yeah, the feds, you had no idea that they were there?
Nope.
Well, John, a lot of people think of you like a Robin Hood type figure. You're a villain to some, a hero to others. What do you say to the people that think you are a villain?
I'm really genuinely curious.
By the way, this is f***ing crazy.
A lot of bitches.
You're calling the people that don't like you bitches?
Positive.
And what about the people that love you and think you're some sort of a hero? What do you have to say to them?
Cha-ching.
Again with the cha-ching. So you liked to give money to those who didn't have it, right?
People get it.
I like it here.
I want to know, John, this is a question I've always had. Did you kill more than one person in your lifetime?
So,
I don't know.
You said I don't know. Do you not remember, or do you just not want to tell me?
Mafia.
Were you involved? Were you actually... Were you involved with the mafia at all? Did you do business deals with people like... Yes. Did you ever like rob the mafia or piss off the mafia?
Money again. So, did the mafia dislike you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, bro. This is fucking crazy.
Trust.
Sadistic. So, do you think that the mafia were a lot more violent and sadistic than you guys? You thought that they were... It wasn't cool what they were doing to people?
Cha-ching.
Says long road. Yeah, so you died right here on this road, John. Were you sad that your life ended that
Quickly? I know that you didn't expect to just die that day.
Yes.
My question is, why are you... Monster. My question is, why are you still here? Why do you still hang out here?
Are you kind of... Is just a part of you
Always going to be trapped here?
Come and go.
This is f***ing crazy, actually. So, let me get this right, John. You weren't trying to pull your gun out to kill anybody, and you died right here. You say screw you to the people that don't like you. You want to give money to the people that love you. The money. So many money sounds. And I guess Edith. And one of my last questions is going to be, one more time, did you only kill one person? You can tell me now, you're dead. Nothing can happen.
Not sure. What?
Bro, it just said I don't know on the other device.
Cha-ching.
I have a feeling like you just don't want to tell me, John. Is that true? You just don't want to admit to anything?
Hey, kid.
Hey.
It's over.
They hear me scream.
They hear me scream.
Heard that?
What? It's over, like you're done talking to me? You want me to leave you alone?
Yeah. John. I just got John.
Okay, that's really fucking freaky. Okay, thank you, my friend. Dude, and this is so fucking loud. Like, not only are Connor's headphones loud, but this traffic is so loud. Like, look at Connor. 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 Connor, buddy. Connor. Connor.
Holmes.
See? He's still doing the fucking Estes. Cha-ching.
Look at demon.
So I guess my very last question. Are you sad that some people still think you're this evil demon?
It's freaky. Mostly.
All right, well, this has been some wild shit. I'm gonna get Connor out.
Need help.
Bro, that was f***ing crazy.
That
actually.
was honestly, like, with actually hearing like very clearly, best Estes I've ever done.
Wait, seriously?
Like, could hear it was like someone's just talking, like sitting on my shoulder talking to me.
Shut the fuck up, really?
I swear.
That's fucking crazy because this shit that you were actually saying was like.
And then like cha-ching sound, I'm telling you, it was literally like that, like cash register. Cha-ching.
Dude, and it was so weird because when you would hear it, it was like answering questions with the sound.
Really?
Yeah. Bathroom. It was fucking really strange, dude. Getting
That was
ready.
Very interesting. I'm telling you, it was literally like someone was sitting on my shoulder, to like talking into my ear.
Yeah, all the questions got directly answered, and like, dude, it's fucking weird. You can feel something here actually, just right here in the alley. Like I kept panning over here and thinking like, bro, his fucking body was right here. You know?
That's crazy.
If there's gonna be a place John Dillinger haunts, it would literally be this. This is where he died. He didn't die at the hospital. He actually died on the pavement right here.
Damn.
Well, shit, man. I'm glad we stopped here.
Me too.
But I'm cold as shit. You ready to go back to the hotel?
Yeah.
By the way, guys, it's like 31 degrees right now. It's fucking freezing. No gloves, no jacket.
My jacket's like super, super thin.
All right, let's go to the hotel.
Hey everybody, it's Colin here. Thank you for watching today's video. Hello to all the new subscribers and hello to the rest of our beautiful, wonderful, spooky family. As you know, every single week here on the channel, we give away a free gift bag to one lucky viewer of the show. And this week, to enter the contest, all you have to do is like today's video, let's smash that like button, and comment, "Forget about it," in the comments section below. I'm gonna give y'all 10 seconds to do this now. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So go comment. You can comment multiple times. It helps the video so much. But anyways, let's get back to today's video. Thank you for listening to my little spiel. I love you guys so much, and stay spooky.
All right, so we're back at the Congress Plaza Hotel, Al Capone hideout. I just wanted to show you guys. So last night, like I was saying, remember, Connor's room was too hot, so he got transferred to another floor. What floor are you on now?
The 7th floor.
And guys,
First of all, this floor looks so much nicer. Doesn't it?
They knew my space.
It's just crazy though. Like, I feel like the floor that I'm staying on looks fucking creepy.
Different feel to it.
Yeah, like this does not seem or look scary at all. Very brightly lit. The hallway's wide.
Room's like all nice painted, wood floors.
We'll have to go check out your room after this.
It's significantly better.
Yeah, then you go up to my room and it's like taking a step into hell. Or like, it actually feels like the Overlook. Like, not the Stanley Hotel, but the Shining Hotel.
Seriously.
Like, I see a little kid at the end of the hallway, which people have actually said they've seen. Of course. All right. Oh my God.
A little bit messy.
My guy's living in luxury in here.
Yeah.
Look, this room doesn't seem creepy at all.
Not at all.
Look at this little guy living it up over here.
Yeah, that's me. Something slight.
Damn, a view of Hancock Tower too?
Yeah.
Bougie little guy.
Living the dream.
My window's like the size of this. I'm not even kidding. It's like a foot long.
They had to make your windows smaller so people wouldn't jump out of them.
Literally. Then you go up here. All right, now I'm on 10th floor.
Let's see what the 10th floor is.
10th floor is looking nice. 10th floor is
only the 12th floor.
It's only the 12th floor that is the really
So is the 11?
Yeah.
11th floor.
Okay, we're trying the 11th floor.
Going up.
Looks very nice once again. Look at that. Almost bougie. Now let's compare that to my floor that I'm staying on alone tonight, number 12.
12th floor. Going down.
Instantly way creepier vibes. Hey, dude. Eerie vibes down here, bro. There's something about this floor that is just off. That torso. Dude, goddamn.
It is so much warmer up here.
Yeah, your floor actually feels normal. Maybe I should switch. No, I'll stay up here. I'm brave, unlike you, quitter.
That is too hot.
Oh my god, are you with me?
They cancel all of our keys.
Oh boy. Well, it looks like we're going all the way back down.
Fourth floor.
Alright guys, so I'm on the 4th floor of the hotel in the South Tower. Now what they told me is that this part of the hotel was under renovation when I tried to book here, but obviously I don't think it is. But this is the room right here that allegedly inspired Stephen King to write the book 1408. It's room 441, the most haunted room here at the Plaza Hotel. Definitely got a weird vibe down here.
just heard a bell. Is there somebody in room 441? It's weird. Look at how these handles are straight and that one's crooked. Almost like someone's like pressed it down. I don't know, I get this really weird feeling in this hotel. Like sometimes like you're in the back rooms, if you know what I'm talking about. Like, isn't this just kind of spooky seeming? What they told me is that they're not renting any rooms in the South Tower right now. So I might be the only one in this entire tower. It smells like perfume. Definitely creepy, right? Look at this. Dark up here. This light's burned out. Is there anybody up here with me? Dude, I don't know why, but this has got me really on edge. Just walking around here by myself. I'm like, my breathing, I have anxiety. I think it's because this place is so notoriously haunted. What they told me is that this entire floor, they're not booking any rooms, which would mean that I'm the only person in this entire hotel. Like, look at. It's just eerie. Like lights burned out everywhere. Definitely just a really creepy vibe around here. More lights out. I do have to admit, like, hotels never really freak me out, ever. But this hotel has a really dark vibe. And I mean, just even look at, it's just so eerie. Like, these lights being out, just tell me it doesn't have like an evil vibe through the screen. And the room right below this one is the haunted room. This is 541. 441 is the one with the woman. It's just so goddamn quiet. Oh my God. Hello? Is there anybody here on any of these floors? Any guests?
Oh my god, bro. Are you f***ing kidding me? Dude, look at this shit. The entire hallway is completely pitch black. Dude, I get such a scary vibe in here. Hello? Is there anybody here? Bro, shut the f up. Dude, this entire hallway is pitch black. Dude. Tell me this isn't scary, bro. Like, I don't think I've ever been in a situation like this. I'm straight up the only person in this entire 12-floor hotel, and it's an active hotel. I mean, look at, dude, look at how far it goes up. And down. And hallways that are just pitch black, dude. I seriously feel like I'm gonna walk around a corner and there's gonna be a little ghost kid waiting for me. Fourth floor is the exact same. There's the creepy haunted room. And look at this hallway, bro. Oh, towel under that door. Oh my god, the third floor is creepy too. And we're back, thank God. Okay guys, to put it into context, remember I was just walking upstairs on the south tower. Now the north tower that I'm about to show you is pretty vacant right now. I'm the only one on the 12th floor, which is creepy as shit. But dude, the entire tower that I was just looking at, it's very scary because there's not a single light on except in one room, bro. You see that? I was just walking around in there. Here, I'm gonna cross the street to show you. Oh, bro, check that out. See, look at the tower that I'm staying in is right there. You can see there's a number of rooms with lights on. But over here on the tower that's being worked on, dude, 2 lights are on. And like I said, when I rented my room, they said that whole tower's, they're not booking out that tower, not only because it's a pretty slow time of the year, so they're keeping everybody in one side of the hotel, so they only have to heat one side, but they're renovating it. And look at that shit, dude. There's 2 lights on. I don't know why they're on. Maybe construction left them on. But I was just walking around all those hallways. That's pretty eerie, dude. Also, I gotta give a quick shout out to the people of Chicago. I absolutely love Chicago. I haven't been here since I was like probably 10 years old. Beautiful city, dude. Being out here just walking around, it's really beautiful. I also think I might be avoiding going back into the hotel because not only did that experience on the South Tower just freak me the hell out, but my goddamn floor is creepy as shit too. But I love Chicago. It's beautiful. And also thank you guys for allowing us to live this life where I get to travel and ghost hunt and live out my passion. It's because of you guys that watch and because of the amazing family that we have on YouTube. So sorry to get cheesy, but I just want you guys to know that I think every single day about how appreciative I am to have everybody online watching, loving the videos, joining in on these adventures. And I know that I'm not alone when I'm filming, even though I am completely alone. And if a ghost or a murderer decided to attack me in one of those hallways in that hotel, I'd be But anyways, just look at the hotel. It looks so dope. Oh, it's beautiful. Now, I'm glad to not be staying in that south tower, but I don't know if I'm glad to be back on the 12th floor. Oh, God. Like I said, I'm the only one up here still. Is there anybody else staying up here? All right, everybody, so it's 1:30 in the morning. I've been sitting, just watching videos on TikTok. I called Connor and told him about the hotel and just how freaky it is and was. It was a really bizarre experience walking around there all alone. I mean, we've been filming all day. We met at 1 o'clock today at Bachelor's Grove Cemetery, which means we've been almost filming content for 12 hours straight. To end our investigation here and for just to end our whole trip to Illinois, I'm gonna take the DR60 out into the hotel room hallway. I'm still the only one on this floor, and I'm gonna do a DR60 in the hall really quick before going to bed, just to see if I can get any more answers on the St. Valentine's Day massacre and all of that. This is kind of the finale, I guess. I'm just gonna give it one quick shot, so let's go head out and see. It's just such a weird vibe in this hotel. It's crazy because I say like a lot. I've said it many times, like hotels just don't really freak me out. I mean, there's so many people around in them, and usually the energy is really not like scary or anything, even at like famous haunted hotels, but this hotel is definitely different and has just a very scary vibe, let alone how it's so empty. All right. So, it's Colin. I don't know if you remember me. Is there somebody here right now who is a part of the Chicago outfit? I've heard that this hotel was used to kill people by members of the Chicago outfit, those who worked for Al Capone. Is that true? We went to the site of the Valentine's Day massacre today, which it's almost the anniversary. Can you tell me the names of some of the people involved or the name of one of the shooters? We got the name Jimmy during our Estes, and I can't remember Jack and John. Were any of those guys involved in the shooting? Is it true that Al Capone used to run some mafia business out of this hotel? Were you the person that I'm talking to murdered inside of this hotel? How many people died in this hotel? Can you tell me how many? I'm hearing noises everywhere. It's creepy in here. Is there anything else you want to tell me about the murders? I'm gonna go listen in my room just so I can sit down. I'm so tired. But yeah, I'm the only one in here. It's definitely a f***ing weird feeling. All right, let's listen.
So, Colin, I don't know if you remember me. Is there somebody here right now who is a part of the Chicago outfit? I've heard that the hotel.
That's your response to it.
Is there somebody here right now who is a part of the Chicago outfit? I've heard that this hotel.
Yes, I was.
Is there somebody here right now who is a part of the Chicago outfit? I've heard that this hotel was used to kill people by members of the Chicago outfit, those who worked for Al Capone. Is that true? I went to this site to kill people by members of the Chicago outfit, those who worked for Al Capone. Is that true? I went to the site of the Valentine's Day massacre today, which is almost the anniversary. Can you tell me the name of some of the people involved or the name of one of the shooters?
Bro, so many what? I swear I hear Jimmy at the beginning, which is weird because I literally asked about Jimmy the next question.
Some of the people involved or the name of one of the shooters? I got the name Jimmy during our exodus. I can't remember Jack and John. Were any of those guys involved in the shooting?
Bro, yes, they were. No, this is crazy, actually.
Jack and John. Were any of those guys involved in the shooting? Is it true that Al Capone used to run the mafia business out of this hotel? Were you the person that I'm talking to murdered inside of this hotel? How many people?
Yes, dude. Yes.
Tell me how many inside of this hotel? How many people died in this hotel? Can you tell me how many? Is there anything else you want to tell me about the murders?
Whoa, dude. There was actually so many voices on that. That's freaking crazy. I didn't even expect to get one. Sounds like something to do with Jimmy. For sure, Jimmy. Also sounds like there were people murdered here in this hotel, possibly this guy that we've been talking to this whole time. Keep in mind, there's rumors that Al Capone had people killed in some of these rooms, and honestly, a lot of times with stuff like that, it's rumors. Doesn't seem like it's true, but out of all the hotels I've ever stayed at, this has to be the most haunted hotel and the freakiest hotel. I mean, my drawers opening by themselves. I have to once again point out to you guys, ever since I shut them on camera last night, it's been a whole day. They haven't reopened once. Which is weird, right? Like, I'm not making this shit up. I know there are people online that think that I want to add stuff into videos to make them more interesting. This is shit that's just happening to me, which You know, usually I don't like staying in haunted hotels, but I decided to do it this time. And yeah, I mean, we've had so much crazy evidence, but I don't even know where I was going with that. I'm so tired. To whoever's speaking with me and who has been speaking with me, thank you. I'm so glad that we've had this conversation. Hopefully we actually found something good out about your story that we can share, but I'm gonna go to bed. Please let me have a good restful night of sleep. And oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. This hotel is creepy as shit, y'all. Like me being completely alone on this floor. I mean, the vibes, it looks different on camera, but it's got this yellow, old, dilapidated, rundown, just creepy look. And you saw Connor's room and his floor that he's staying on. There's just something off about this floor. I feel like there's so many mysteries and secrets of this hotel. Not only all the people that took their own lives, but possible mafia kill rooms, other things that might have happened that were covered up here, let alone stuff like assaults. You never really know, but this place seems, it's got a very bad energy up here. And in that entire tower of the hotel. I mean, since it's shut down for the season, I doubt people even walk around over there very often, but oh yeah, that made me realize there's one more place in this hotel I wanted to show you. It's about 2 a.m., so before I go to bed, I might as well walk down and just show it to y'all.
Oh, what the? Yo, what the f***? Actually, I just got that on camera. Dude, what? These are not motion lights, bro. Dude, this is what I'm talking about, bro. What the hell?
I'm on the 6th floor. Check this out. There's a certain room that used to exist here that they literally sealed up in the hotel. Like they covered it so that nobody can stay there anymore. I'm on the 6th floor. I think you know what room I might be walking to. 660, 662.
Creepy stairs. Oh, very creepy stairs.
664.
668. Huh. What? 672. Oh yeah. Room 666.
It doesn't exist.
664. 668. 666 should have been right here, but they literally sealed it up.
I've seen people say that they sealed it up because it was haunted. People, what the f?
This light is just flickered, bro. I just saw this light flicker. Oh, dude, you see that? What the f is going on in this hotel, guys? Seriously, this is very, very creepy in here. Can you please turn that light back on? Oh, dude, what the f? Guys, what the f? Dude, what the f? Actually. Yo, am I tripping out right now? Dude, this is the light in front of 666.
Oh, I got the chills right now, bro. And that light hasn't turned back on either. This one that burned out. Yeah, I've seen people say 666 could have been a just so haunted they sealed it up. They thought it was a cursed room, so they sealed it up. Someone took their own life in the room, they sealed it up. There's mafia murders in the room and they sealed it up. Either way, for some reason, they completely took 666, room 666 out of the hotel. It's gone, dude. And there seems to be some really strange energy right here. This light flickering on and off, the light at the beginning flickering on and off, the one in front of the room. I don't know, I've been trying to tell y'all this hotel is f***ing creepy. No one's believing me.
Seventh floor.
Yeah, bro, check this shit out. Here's 764. And here's 766. Which means that right below me, 666 should have been right here. I was off. I was thinking it was going to be there, but it should be right here. I don't know. Isn't that just weird? And you guys saw it. They sealed in room 666 at this hotel. Nobody knows why. Well, with that, now I'm gonna go to bed. Back to the haunted floor that I'm staying on alone. Like, seriously, this is supposed to be part of them.
8th floor, 9th floor, 10th floor, 11th floor, 12th floor.
Wait. This is creepy in here. I'm genuinely really confused. Did I do a loop in that footage and go 360 through that whole floor? I didn't think that I did. Unless I just caught... Dude, I don't know, I'm tripping out. It seems like that was... I thought that whole time I had somehow gotten to a different elevator, but it brought me to the main elevator I've been using this whole time. Either way, you guys can tell this place is weird. I can make this a whole video. I mean, this is seriously, it's the weirdest hotel I've ever stayed at. I'm not even kidding you. And I'm not over exaggerating. I don't stay in haunted hotels because they don't really freak me out anymore. The videos don't really do well. People don't seem to like haunted hotels on this channel. Seriously, guys, there's something going on at this hotel. And I'm not bullshitting you. It's just weird. We're gonna do some more, a little bit more in the morning. From here in Chicago for the night. Wish me luck. Good night. All right, everybody. So it's been a long journey going through the brutal murders, the unsolved crimes, the corruption, the violence, and the extremely interesting and bloody mob history of Chicago, Illinois. We've come right now to Mount Carmel Cemetery here, about 25 minutes from downtown, where in this pretty unassuming cemetery is the body of, I'd argue to be the most infamous mobster of all time, the man who we've been hot on the trail of this entire video, Mr. Alphonse Capone, aka Al Capone. Here he is right here. For such an influential guy who had so much money, so much power, it's such a small, unassuming little memorial. Since Al Capone loved cigars, we brought him a cigar today to lay down in his honor. Al,
Mr. Capone, you had an interesting life, my friend. You didn't do the best things in your life, that's for sure. Ordered a lot of killings, broke a lot of laws, but people still feel you here in Chicago to this day. Hopefully you can chief it in the afterlife, my friend.
Yeah, we want to say thank you for coming and hanging out with us. It's really interesting being able to see all the places they used to go to. Hope you rest in peace, buddy.
Well, guys, that wraps up our time here in Chicago.
Peace.
So, are the ghosts of gangsters haunting the city of Chicago, Illinois? Yes. 100% yes. I actually haven't been able to stop talking about the Congress Plaza Hotel since I stayed there. I've been telling all my friends and family how it truly seems like, out of all the haunted hotels that I've ever stayed at, the most haunted and the most authentic. I mean, not only does the hotel have such a crazy, dark, disturbing history, but that's really the whole city of Chicago. With murder rates still sky high to this day, Chicago has earned itself a proper place in American history, for the good and the bad. But it seems like Al Capone's spirit still lingers heavily over the city, whether it's through the Ghosts and Gangsters ghost tours, the restaurants that pay homage to his name, or the old speakeasies that remain open, serving liquor to history enthusiasts and partygoers alike. But yeah, at the end of this video, I can definitely tell you that the ghosts of gangsters are haunting Chicago, Illinois. Maybe one day in a moonlit night in the Congress Plaza Hotel, or out at the Bachelor's Grove Cemetery, or really anywhere, maybe even on the streets of Chicago, it might be possible for you to catch a moonlit glimpse of Scarface himself, smoking a cigar from the other side. Thanks for watching, y'all. It's Colin Brown here. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Let me know if you want more videos like this. I really enjoyed making this one. Catch you next week. And as always, stay spooky. Hello.